And welcome back to the channel, Dan, who reviews. How are we doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome to episode 89 of Legends and NECA, I believe. Now, I have an issue before I start getting into the show. Streamlabs is telling me there's a server issue and I am no longer live, and even my go live button has gone off. So it currently just is like I'm not live, but when I check YouTube, it seems like I'm live. So I have no idea what's going on. I feel like this could end terribly at any point. Genuinely don't know what to tell you. I can show you. Look, let me show you, right? So there's a button you press on Streamlabs that you press to go live, okay? Mine still needs to be pressed, right? So currently, according to Streamlabs, I am not live. But yet, so it wouldn't work on Instagram. It wouldn't work in any of the other nonsense I've been trying to do recently. But according to YouTube, I am still live. Is that true? Looks good on this end. You are live. Yeah, like I have a feeling though, at any point, this may just go wrong. So we can continue like the show is working, but if at some point it just cuts off, we're buggered. We're buggered. So I'm pre-warning anyone who's about to join me, anyone in the replay if this stays on YouTube. Who knows at this point? Who knows? But there are definitely some gremlins in the system today. Yes, you will notice in the thumbnail, there was a massive dragon. Now, and you'll also notice that a lot of the regulars on Legends and NECA like to take over the show and call it Legions and NECA. We've even got a nice theme tune. Where is it? Legion! It's still going, it's still going, it's still going. That haunts my dreams, it haunts my dreams. But my point is, Legions and NECA is sort of having a mini takeover today. And that may be why we're having some gremlins in the system. You know, the world, the mythic world of Legions, if you will, is full of ghouls and goblins and gremlins. So if some of those gremlins got into my system, that would make sense. So yeah, we can continue like the show is working, but if some point something goes wrong, please DM me or message me or something, because it's definitely not went live anywhere else, which is fine. YouTube's the main place anyway. So okay, all right. I am a little bit worried though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep the YouTube page up myself, just for my own self. The theme effed it. Goblins, yes, goblins. You're alive and kicking. Okay, all right, we're live. Okay, the show must go on. I'm just warning you, if something happens, I told you there's gremlins in the system. The annoying thing was streaming as well. Like if I kill this stream, then all that promotion and every single link that I have been promoting for the last couple of hours just dies with it. So I always hate killing the stream. So we will go until we get kicked, essentially. But okay, so I was going to start with some of my pickups, but I don't think anyone cares. Shall I just skip straight to group one? Shall I just go into group one and just get on with the show, shall we? Or risk doing my pickups, getting kicked while my pickups were happening? You decide. This is the community-driven show. Legends and NECA exists because of you guys. While you guys are deciding, let me just go through the housekeeping real quick. First and foremost, the Legends and NECA is just a gimmick. You don't actually have to drink alcohol. Just bring your favourite drink and let's talk toys, collectibles, and whatever you want. Of course, go and check out all the other long-form content on the channel. I promise there will be a Joe's and Juice and Turtles and Tea before the year is over to recap the year, some of the best figures in the world of Joe's, etc. I have got a Dragonfly sort of unboxing on my channel if you want to see a massive helicopter. Anything over £4 or $4, Friday our Talking Robot Assistant does work on a Sunday and will read out your super chats. You know I appreciate it. Always get that first one going, make sure she's working because everything else seems to be broken. So yeah, there we go, there's that. And again, hit that join button. That's what Legends and NECA is about. The Legends and NECA exists because people are supporting the absolute nonsense I do on the channel. I say it's nonsense, I just love talking toys. I like what I like. I don't care if you disagree with me. I would do it anyway. Okay. Is the chat working? I assume the chat's working because I can see some of yous. Let's have a little look, shall we? Right, okay. So, stream's working. People seem to be good. Let's see those pickups. Oh, okay. All right, I'll do it quick. My pickups are random anyway. Very, very random. So let me just start off with this, okay? So I tell you all the time, in the 90s, I grew up with Action Man, all right? Dolls, essentially, but they were manly dolls. And this was my very first one, the scuba diver. I remember it well. I remember it one Christmas morning. I must have been like 5 or 6, maybe. I don't know. I remember it vividly, though. Or maybe it's a memory I think I remember. But still, this was my first Action Man. And I have one of these mint on card already. But on eBay, because these are so rare and they don't pop up so often, I usually bid on it if it's a good price and just try my luck. So I bid on this. I think I won it for about, I don't know, maybe about 40, 50 quid, which is a lot for a toy. But remember, it's a 30-year-old action figure, still mint in packaging, in pretty good condition, of something that is very nostalgic. And the buyer messaged me after I purchased it and said that he had been hit up by some German people, because if you'll notice, this is like a German variant. There's German stuff on the back. And I genuinely was going to buy an extra just to open one for myself so I can have a nice mint one on display. And apparently, these German people that used to work for Hasbro missed out on the eBay sale. But they had it saved. They knew what was happening, but they just missed it for whatever reason and contacted the seller and said, that's a prototype. You've just sold a prototype. So the person who sold it to me emailed me and says, look, you won it. I'm sending it to you, but just letting you know, people are telling me it's a prototype. Do you want me to give them your information? So I was like, maybe I do. So apparently this is a prototype of one of my first ever toys that I remember having. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Like, randomly. And the reason it's not a prototype, if you're familiar with this, on his fins, on his like flippers, there'd usually be a bit of black paint, a black line, all right, a bit of black deco. On this one, you will notice no black deco, and it is a bit in German, but there is translations on here as well. It is the first style packaging as well, because it's rounded box. You see the box up there is rounded rather than it being a square, so it makes it different to the one I've already got anyway. So yeah, like a prototype of an Action Man from the 90s, which I thought was pretty cool. Now again, that's rumour and innuendo, but still, pretty cool piece to the collection. So now I'm reluctant to open it, if you know what I mean. I was going to open it so I had all the accessories and stuff, because all these little bombs and stuff get lost. But yeah, I wanted to make just one Action Man shelf, right? Just with some of my favourite Action Men. I've already got one on the display right next to me there. So anyway, I've got that. There you go. There's that. There's your story. Just because it could be a prototype. Does anyone know? Steve Evans, do you know? I have no idea. Again, if I see them at the right price, I buy them mint on card. This one is the bungee jumping Action Man. Now, this came out in 1997. So what? I was 9 years old, maybe. So yes, I was still playing with Action Man when I was 9 years old. This one had a bungee jump, so I used to attach it to the top of my stairs and like launch him off the stairs. And the amount of times my parents would shout at me as they were like just casually walking through my hallway, and then this Action Man would swing down and nearly decapitate them. Many a time I got told off for launching this guy off the stairs, but he was on important missions back then that required bungee jumping. So, so yeah, this is again mint in box, 30-year-old from 1997. Well, close to 30 years old, but yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, bungee jumping Action Man. This one is an English one, I think. So yeah, they're random. Again, more random stuff. World of Springfield, you're familiar with it, but do you know the Faces of Springfield? A 6 or a 5 figure line from Playmates back in the 2000s, where they started to do bigger scaled versions of the World of Springfield. So I got a Homer, like mint on box, for about 11 quid on eBay, because people just don't know its rarity, but it's pretty rare. It's got a little open flappy case here. Opens up and it tells you what weapons, what accessories come in there. So he comes with the Venus de Milo, the gummy Venus de Milo, I'm sure you're familiar, with Pinchy, I think it's Pinchy, right? The little lobster friend, and then that massive sandwich that he has. So yeah, Faces of Springfield. The box is so nice. I was going to open him to just display a big Homer, but now I don't want to, because the box is so cool. For what year was this? This is the early 2000s. There'd be a date here. 2002. All right. So, what? 20 years ago? 22 years ago, right? That's terrible maths, right? I don't know. I forgot maths. Ever since they invented calculators on phones, maths jumped out my brain. So yeah, there's again something old school, nostalgic. Celebrating 30-year anniversary, I went all in on the Street Sharks. I've got Wave 2. This is the rollerblading one. My favourite is still Moby Lick. I am hoping he gets released at some point in 2025. But for now, I've gone for Wave 2. So I have them all. I think we get him. Shamu, which is the boxer, I believe. Did anyone watch the boxing on the weekend? If you can call it boxing. I was hoping Mike Tyson would knock him out, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately. And then I got this guy as well with his little piranha head. He's pretty cool. So yeah, there's 2 waves so far, 6 figures from the 30th anniversary line. I've gone all in because they're always hard to find after the fact. So I just thought, get them now, Dan, before I change my mind. And they get impossible to find. So there's that. And you'll notice I am balancing them on something that finally arrived. There you go. Donnie's lab is here, and it's massive. But there you go. It actually arrived after a long time. NECA taking the mick, to be honest, with their shipments of stuff. But Donnie's lab is here. So now this will just be another box that just sits on the floor until I figure out how to do with it. Retail space. Well, retail space? I don't own a shop. Just space in general is a problem. So, yeah, there's some stuff. So I'll put all that back up there. There we go. They can be in the background today. Okay. And then in regards to Legends, just stuff that you've already seen. The movie Wolverine turned up. Deadpool's been delayed in the UK. I have got the Secret Wars Wolverine, thanks to Rich. But this whole wave has been delayed until early December in the UK. So, damn Canada, again, helping out those Americans, shipping stuff across the border. Hasbro needs someone on that border between America and Canada, fiending off the imports to stop all those other YouTubers. Damn you. But they are that. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put that, Shelley. It was, again, this is the thing. Last year I kept saying, it's a Future Dan problem. I have now become Future Dan, and I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I have a giant helicopter upstairs. I have nowhere to put it. It's just currently just sat in the middle of the room. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is my only room I've got for display, and it's full already. It's tiny. No room for expansion. House prices are crazy these days. Like Amanda's friend recently got an extension for like 60k. I don't have 60k, so this is the real estate I've got to deal with. So I just need to rearrange, rejig, cram it in, display on the ceiling or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Are we still live? I'm really paranoid today that this show is gonna just crumble at some point. Group 1, start hitting me up with those fresh DMs. Let's get you in here. And if the show fails, then you can come down with the ship with me. So yeah, Group 1, start sending me those fresh DMs. Let's get you in and talk about a giant dragon, I suppose. Okay, some DMs early. Right. Right, I'm waiting for those fresh DMs. Right. Haha, beat you to it, Michael. Got ya first. Right. Okay, 2 full groups today. So again, the way we're doing Group 1 today, okay? Because the Legion guys... again, they're very passionate about Legions, and I'm always very inquisitive, and I ask a lot of questions. I can't stream for 8 hours today. It just can't be done. So instead today, we're going to do Group 1 Legions talk only, okay? So we can talk about Legions in Group 1 until your heart's content, but that's it. And then in Group 2, we'll talk about everything else in between. There has been some Marvel Legend reissues, but nothing major in the news of Legends 2, can be completely honest. McFarlane are having jokes with everybody trying to sell stuff at $250 for that Joker set that someone might want to talk about. So there is some other worthy topics within the world of toy news, but let's be honest, otherwise, other than this giant dragon, there's not a lot else to talk about. So yeah, Group 1 will be exclusively talking about this massive dragon. Because yeah, it's impressive. No one can dispute that isn't an impressive dragon. Okay, links have been sent to a few people. Just waiting for the remaining DMs. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it? Okay, there's your last one. That was the last one we were looking for. All right, so we've got a mix of UK and US guys in here today. We've actually got some people that attended LegionsCon as well. So we've got some people that were going to be reporting on the stuff that are actually there in person, which is always good. It's really stressing me out that Streamlabs doesn't say we're live. Like, honestly. Let me put my headphones on. Oh, I've just got a notification from my internet. Could my internet have messed up at some point today? Is that what it is? Oh, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have a drink anyway. I'm going to have a drink before it all inevitably goes wrong. Let me open my Cockleberg. Cheers to you. Cheers to everybody on this Sunday afternoon. We're still live. Thank you, Adam. Adam Batman. Adam Batman. When are you becoming a regular? Adam's promised me he's going to become a regular at Legends and Liquor. But we're still waiting, Adam. And there's still room in my shed or in my garage for your detox if you want, my friend. Just let me know. Just need to get Jay's friend Matt to come and pick him up for me. Okay, let's get group 1 in. Let's press these buttons. Okay, they're coming in. Right, nicely. Right. By the way, I'm warning you all. On Streamlabs, it doesn't say we're live, and for whatever reason, we are still live on YouTube.
You're good. You're good.
At any point, this could go terribly wrong. So I'm just getting ahead of it and apologising in advance. Again, I have no idea what went on.
My camera's messed up.
Yeah, you look great, Trevor, to be honest. You look great. All right, let's go around the board. Michael.
It's a little choppy, though.
Okay, cool. Right, Michael, you good?
I'm good. Okay. I can hear you. We're live.
Okay, all right. Good. Jay.
Hello, I'm good. We are live. Your issues helped me because I was late doing the video, so I managed to finish it and get it done just before we've come on. So, yes, it's working. And I have received my notification that we are live as well. Now, that took a while, but YouTube seems to be working, so do not panic, sir.
Popped up on Streamlabs and says server down or something like that, whatever. And then I was like, oh, okay, that messed up. And then I noticed that my pre-made live stream had already been used up. So I've checked YouTube and I've went, fuck, we're live. But the system says we're not. So now it's stressing me out. Tanner, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Long weekend. Let's see what next week brings.
What's the football score?
England were winning 5-0 last time I checked.
Really? They were 0-0 at halftime. Apparently it was a terrible game.
Yeah. I haven't been watching, to be totally honest with you.
Someone in the chat, give me those England goal scorers. Who has turned it around? Because apparently it was a shit first half. England are currently playing in the Republic of Ireland for everyone who's interested, which is probably about 1% of yous. Cloud Foxwell, how you doing?
I'm good. I know we spoke Thursday evening, but to everybody else, you'll have to forgive my voice. I'm getting over first case of COVID. I brought that home, so that's my first pickup. Positive COVID test. And I lost a sense of smell for about a day.
Usually I'm not very critical of people's pickups, but that one is a terrible pickup. Kurt K, how are you doing?
I'm a little nasal myself, but I haven't tested anything, so.
Honestly, I've not filmed or done anything all week apart from the Thursday stream. Had such an unproductive week. I myself as well woke up Monday, just felt groggy, didn't feel myself. Did the bare minimum at work, and I did enough to not get sacked. You know what I mean? It was one of those weeks where I just plodded along. Did not feel good this week either. Robert, how are you?
Trying to unmute.
He's trying to unmute. He's giving us a tap. He's giving us a good tap. There he is. We're unmuted.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm raring to go.
Okay. Good man. And then Trevor, you said your camera was not choppy, but honestly, you've got the best camera in the biz.
No, it's good now. It's good. Yeah, it's just it gets a little overheated, I guess. I got a little something too, but not COVID.
It's the seasons changing, people. That's what it is. As we approach these colder, longer days, these dark, wintry, autumny times, it's miserable. But right, let's try and distract ourselves.
Well, for me, I think it was 5 days straight. Sorry.
Oh no, carry on.
No, I think it was 5 days straight of getting 3 or 4 hours average sleep a night during LegionsCon.
Yep, so that'll run you down.
That didn't help.
Look, it's for the greater good. It comes around once a year. Got the whole rest of the year to rest.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's a bit of a delay between me and Trevor. Is that true? Is anyone else feeling that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Should I go out and come back in?
Yeah. You've got the link. Just welcome. Yeah. Just do that. Cool.
Okay.
Whilst he does that, California Red Devil has put up the scorers. So Harry Kane, Gordon, Gallagher, Bowen, and Harwood Bellis.
Oh wow. Okay. Fair play. I don't mind that. 5 different goal scorers. I'll take it. I'll take it. We need to get out of that Nations Leagues group. Does anyone care? No one cares. Don't even make England care. Ireland clearly don't care either. Right, okay. Trevor's back in. Right, beautiful. Right, let's start with some pickups. Right, let's go around the board. Right, Michael. Let me get...
You get the... It's a smaller PowerPoint.
Let me get the goods. All right, let me get the goods. All right. Tell me when you're ready, my friend.
And I am repping today, by the way.
Wow, Joe's and Juice. I love it. I promise the show will be back. It hasn't stopped. It's just timings, unfortunately. Right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. There we go. Let's start.
Okay. So the first pickup is courtesy of the amazing Kurt. And I just wanted to thank him. He was able to snag both of the Mythic Legions exclusives from LegionsCon for me. He actually went back Sunday, and he was able to get the 2-pack and one of the Nenian Infantry, which is the snake guy. And he goes, let me check to see if I can figure out how to get you another one. And I didn't ask. Kurt has his ways, and I was just grateful. So he was able to get 2 for me. And that was probably my favorite pickup of this current week.
Is it one per person?
Yes.
It was supposed to be, yeah.
So, Kurt, did you just go back up like with a wig and some glasses or something like that? What was your trick?
I'm a North Jersey Italian, Dan. Don't ask questions.
Okay, that's fair. That's
why I didn't ask.
Go through again.
Okay, cool.
He threw his weight around, and
yeah, we will discuss LegionsCon in detail. Of course, we will. So we'll get into more detail of those shortly. But let's keep going through the pickups.
Okay, and I just added another one of the Marvel 85th anniversary sets. Got Luke Cage and Iron Fist. They were on sale with Target, so got them for around $37. And then, I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but that darn Neil character,
the little elephant guy.
Star Wars the elephant is too cute. So I got him, and I got Brutus. But I'm not going to get any more until I see the show, because if it stinks, then I'm good with those two.
When's the show out?
December 3rd.
Skeleton Crew, right?
Yes.
I might give that one a go. All right, next up.
And then classified, so Amazon shipped the Storm Shadow version 2 and the Iron Grenadier Bats. The Iron Grenadier Soldier, I think I'm supposed to get that tomorrow. It'll be shipping today. Alpine, though, which is the 4th figure in the wave, all of a sudden, I had them pre-order forever. All of a sudden it says, we're temporarily out of stock. We'll email you when we ship it. So,
okay.
Don't know how I'll get him.
Stuck up a mountain somewhere. The Iron Grenadiers are Destro's little crew. They've been delayed again for us in the UK, but I do like the gold and got black gold and colour palette type vibe.
I can't wait till we get more of those.
And then the cherry on top, massive cherry, by the way.
Yes, the Dragonfly. So I got that. Since I'm going to be off Thursday and Friday this week, I will be opening that then. Haven't had time to do it yet, but I'm excited. So I did watch your unboxing. I watched Jay's and saw how much fun you guys had, so I'm sure I'll have the same amount of fun.
I took it downstairs to my nephew, right? My nephew's about, I think he's 4 going on 5. And he goes through little phases. And at the minute, he went and seen the new Transformers film. So he's seen the Transformers film, and now he just wants to play with Transformers. So I let him play with some of my Transformers, and I went, oh, I've got something better than that. And I come back downstairs with the Dragonfly, and I had it spinning the thing, and I was like, look at this. And he was like, don't care. I was like, are you kidding me? I was absolutely just devastated. I was like, fine, you play the crappy Optimus Prime. It doesn't turn into a helicopter. So, yeah, kids.
5-year-old us would have been enthralled.
That's the point I was trying to make. I was like, as a kid, I would have loved this thing. And he just did not care. I was sad. Yeah. All right, back to you, Michael.
Okay. So, and now my favorite pickup of my lifetime. I finally have Nemesis. He's Enforcer to me. So Nemesis Enforcer. And I did get 4 of them. So I'm going to keep one mint in the box. But if you guys don't mind, I'd like to just give you a little story about why I love this character so much. And it'll probably just take about 5 minutes if you don't care. So if you're in the Legions and Liquor chat, you know I am just absolutely crazy about him and Cobra Law in general. So when I was a kid, this was back in March of '87. My dad and I would always, every weekend, we would go to a department store called Hills. So those of you on the East Coast, I don't know if you remember Hills, but we would go there, Cloud, a little bit. We actually had a Toys R Us built that was right beside it. So if Hills didn't have it, Toys R Us probably would. But we went there, and the G.I. Joe movie came out April of 1987. So we went in March, about 6 weeks before the film premiered, and they had this 3-pack. Dan, I don't know if you have that picture.
I do, the 3-pack, yes.
And I would get a small allowance every week, and it would be enough where I could pick up 1 or 2 GI Joes, because back then they were like $1, $2, and they had this 3-pack, and I'm like, what is this? Because the film hadn't premiered, didn't even know who these characters were, but collecting GI Joe, they obviously didn't look like any of them, any Cobra agents, nothing. So I had no idea who they were. And I called my dad over and I said, Dad, look at this. But I knew I could only get, 1 or 2 figures. And he's like, son, would you like this? And I said, well, I don't know who they are, but they're so cool. Yeah, I would like to get it. Maybe we can come back next weekend, when I do some more chores and earn some money and I can get it. And he looked at me and he's like, you know what, son, I'll go ahead and get that for you. And I'll tell you why. He goes, yep, they don't look like any of the other characters in G.I. Joe. And by the way, G.I. Joe was what was my dad's favorite line that I collected. And he goes, and that's okay that they don't look like anyone else because they remind me of you, and you're different from everyone else because you're my son. And because you stand out, whatever you want to do with your life, I'll fully support you. So it's really sensitive to me because of that. These figures were a gateway of me hearing that from my dad, and it actually encouraged me to never be ashamed of who I am. So later in life, my dad unfortunately passed away in 2003. He had Alzheimer's. And when you have Alzheimer's, you have short-term memory losses, but there are some long-term memories that they remember. And this was one of those memories that every time we spoke on the phone, he always reminded me of that. He remembered this. So Nemesis Enforcer was part of that 3-pack, and that's why the character, plus I just love characters that have wings. That's why he's so precious to me, important to me, because it always reminds me of my dad. So I thought I would share that so you all know why I love this character so much. So I thought, I don't know, if anyone ever doubts that they don't feel comfortable being who they are, don't worry about it because you're made the way that you're made. And that's why I started bringing toys to work, because it was like, you're an adult. Are you ashamed to admit you collect action figures? No. And I'm not ashamed to the point to where I want to share that with my coworkers. And that's what started it all. My dad helped inspired me to do that. And that's why I brought them to work, to share a piece of who I am with my coworkers in hopes that it would maybe bring joy to their lives. So that's the whole story behind it.
No, that's amazing, Michael. Thank you for sharing. Honestly, it's that type of stuff that reminds us all why
That's
we
great.
love this hobby so much. It comes from a real place, like a real meaningful, passionate, nostalgic, memorable, loving, caring place. Like again, like I was saying with my Action Man, I remember opening them on Christmas morning. I guarantee, out of all the toys in my room, my mum wouldn't have a clue who any of them are. But if I showed her that Action Man, she'd instantly go, "Oh, I got you that on this day, on this." So parents remember that stuff as well. Of course they do. And if it weren't for our parents buying us this and introducing us to these things, we wouldn't be collectors like we are today. And again, we do it because it brings us joy. So it's so cool that you have that attachment to that character, and now you can like represent that now in the sort of modern era in a nice new classified version. So yeah,
Yes.
it's a great figure too. It's a great figure. It's currently we ain't got it in the UK, right, Jay? I think the pre-order's not shipped yet?
No, it said it should have shipped on the 12th, and then it hasn't charged just yet. So I think it's now due early this week.
Yeah, it's been delayed for us, Michael. So we ain't got it yet, but we will soon join
no.
you. We will soon join
I hope
you.
Hope you'll get them soon.
Yeah, I hope so. But thank you for sharing. Honestly, beautiful story. Beautiful story.
Thank you for listening.
No, of course, of course. Again, this is what this show's about. This is a safe place where we will just like what we like, and you're in a safe place. It's the perfect. Legends of NECA is the perfect place to share a story like that, because with the people that are listening, we actually care. Do you know what I mean? We're here because we care and appreciate it. So thank you.
And you know what? I will tell you all this. I've only shared that story with 2 other people, and before I shared it with anyone else, I wanted to share it all I wanted to share it with all of you.
Right, thank you. You shared it to like 100 plus lurkers in the chat now as well. So now they know. But let's go across to Jay. Jay, my friend, any pickups worthy of showing off this week?
I've got a little pile. I don't think I'll be able to top Michael's wonderful story. That really was lovely to hear. But again, it comes down to toy memories for myself, and different things with my granddad. So that was lovely to hear. I've got the dragonfly. I just bought wild billing because the dragonfly's already in the collection. I wasn't pulling it down, so
See,
the dragonfly.
This is where I take the piss out of Jay in a loving way, that he creates space on his display like a year in advance, and I'm like, that's a whole year, like it's way too early. But it's times like this Jay can sit back and relax and sort of laugh at me, because Jay's dragonfly is now in the display, ready, not a problem, and I'm just sat with a dragonfly in the middle of my room, going, what the hell am I going to do with this? So Jay, I take back everything I've ever said. Like, you're actually a genius in disguise.
When you sent a little video to the group of that, of you trying to rapidly find a place for this and it wouldn't fit, I was having a little laugh to myself, going, there you go, and that is why I do it a year in advance. I
understand.
There you go. I've got another random rare pickup. So I've got some straight eyes, people. So Hasbro customer service has sent the straight eyes for Giant Man. So not used them yet, but they are here. So they are starting to ship if you're after your.
Definitely one of the first I've seen online to get them. I know there's a handful of other UK people maybe as well, but not many people have them yet.
No, it's a shout out to our friend Hill Phones, who told me to contact them, and I followed his instructions. He didn't follow his own instructions, you see. He was too slow, so at least mine have arrived from there. I've got some pickups from today. We literally went to Smith's. We took my daughter out on the trip, and of course I ended up buying stuff for myself as well. So Clawful and Spycore have arrived here for the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection. So they were in a sale at Smith's, which was nice. I hadn't had to pay full price for them, so they've shown up. We can go to Joe's. I've got a bit of a mix this week. So we got the Cobra Retro Troopers have just started to ship from Pulse UK. So I pre-ordered 2 of those. So they have started to arrive. And we've got what is it? Starduster, isn't it? It was the PulseCon exclusive that started shipping again here in the UK. I'm not sure if that was shipped in the US yet or not.
No, they've had it for a while. Yeah, it comes with a little cereal box, right?
So apparently it must be hidden under the bottom of the packaging, because I have been looking for it.
You have to build it yourself, but I've seen Mad Hatter review it, I think. So yeah, they've got it.
Okay, they've got that. So we've got another random Smiths pickup. I got Chancellor Palpatine, or Darth Sidious as he becomes in this scene from Revenge of the Sith. Couldn't think of the name of the film then. So that was again in the Smith sale the other week. So that has joined the collection. We got some Target exclusives, thanks to the whole shebang, I think, for these. So they've been importing the Target exclusive Legends. So we got WrestleMania 8 Hulk Hogan and Kurt Angle. And of course, Hulk Hogan literally just comes with an exclusive T-shirt. So I probably bought my 35th Hulk Hogan, probably, just because he has a different T-shirt. So Kiara was not best pleased with that one.
Who'd you have more of, Undertaker or Hulk Hogan?
Close. I think it's just Undertaker, but it's very close when it comes to that. You can have a live unboxing that's just come from Amazon through the door. So let's do I think I know what it is, but oh yes, it's a line I'm not correcting.
Of course.
It's a Jada Toys Mega Man.
That's not easy to find in the UK.
No, it's not. Amazon EU is where I managed to find that for £20. So I was like, I'll just get Mega Man and put him in with the Sonic and the Mario and the other sort of video game figures I've got a little cube for. So yeah, he's just going to try and stick with the one. So I thought I'll just get the main character.
Good luck with that.
It's Legends and NECA, so I'll show some Legends. The backtracking is complete because I've managed to get Wolverine today on eBay, but Nightcrawler is here as well from Amazon US. I think I ended up getting him from. So I have backtracked the entire X-Men 97 line in the last 2 weeks since the Sentinel was announced, because I couldn't quite deal with putting it in the comic book collection with not having a 97 collection. So the collecting OCD has got me, and I have backtracked the line I wasn't particularly doing. So luckily, those re-releases you may get to later have helped with Rogue and Gambit, because without that, I would have been knackered.
I do think next year they're going to release more X-Men 97 stuff, but it's going to be in different costumes, different looks from the show. Because if they were going to re-release the Jim Lee outfits in a different format, in a 2-pack or in a box set, they wouldn't have re-released the retro cards. So definitely get on them now before people get FOMO. As soon as those Sentinels start arriving in people's hands, they're going to be like, well, I need the X-Men. So
yeah, that Rogue was getting crazy prices, like £100 on eBay that was going for. So
they've dropped their prices now to about £60.
Oh, they're good. Oh, she's come down already. Been to the Zavi sale, I think, also in the Amazon sale. So I got the Shield 3-pack for 54. I think it came to.
Not bad from lots of accessories in that box too.
So yeah, I've been waiting a while for that one. Moving up to the 12-inch section, I have got a Hot Toys Darth Vader, but it's already in the collection. I couldn't not open it, so I've got the Deluxe Vader, but he hasn't made the scream. So you have to have Michael Myers from Halloween 4 as I start going through the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween figures throughout the years. So the horror collection is now building. That'll have to be a whole separate video, because there's toys getting ripped out and lots of different toys coming in.
Trevor, as our resident 1/6 shooter, do you have any of the Trick or Treat Studios horror stuff?
No, I'm not a big. I mean, I like horror movies. I'm just not. I just don't collect them. But I think Jay should just tell us what he hasn't gotten, because my God, dude, you get everything.
I've told Jay he should
it's
charge
insane.
people. He should charge. His house is like a museum. Like, as soon as you walk in, he's got a Lego room to the one side. Then he's got like an epic Hot Toys Mondo Mezco display in the living room. You go upstairs, he's got a toy room. The office that he's in now, he's also got toys on display. Like, there are toys everywhere in Jay's house. Kiara just lives there.
It's a nightmare, Trevor. It really is. Yeah, I'm trying to change it. So I'm trying to sell the Mezcos. So it's going to be 12-inch downstairs, Lego in the spare room, and 6-inch upstairs. So I've had to listen to Danny.
The Mezcos. So like it's just down to like 47 lines now instead of 48. Like that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think at
one at a
point
time. Baby steps,
73.
Jay. Baby steps.
Yeah, I'm trying. Or lots of Mezcos have been pulled out. I pulled out like 30 of them. So I've got to try and list them. But yeah, it's a nightmare.
I'm
Have some
going to do a video.
Have some Todd.
Jay, if with your permission, I'm going to do a video for my channel of your display. I'm going to like literally go, we're doing a Legend Liquor on tour. Let's go and visit Jay's house.
You should.
Yeah.
You should do it. It's under full reconstruction, so you feel free.
Well,
so
ready,
it's ridiculous.
When you're ready, let me know.
Yeah. So McFarlane's have turned up. So I've got the McFarlane store Batman versus Superman stuff, and look, weapons with an actual McFarlane figure. So that's an unusual thing these days. So yeah, it's been a nightmare. It's been an absolute nightmare. And just to finish off, let's have some Lego. So there's a Viking village, because I'm trying to do Mythic Legions in Lego now as well. So I've got castles and Vikings to go with that, and I give up. It's a nightmare, people. Don't do it. Just do not do what I do. Please don't. It's terrible.
No, I love it. Honestly, his collection, his whole house is so impressive. Like, we are the type of people that cares. All right, let's go to Tanner.
You should charge admission.
That's what I said.
I should. Let's get some of that money.
Tanner, your room's quite packed as well. I'm assuming this is the only room in your house with toys, right? 'Cause you live with family.
Yeah, pretty much for the moment. Yeah, it's pretty much overflowing everywhere.
What do your family think of it? Do they think it's a problem?
They're afraid. Yeah, they think it's a huge problem. I spend way too much money. They're afraid to come in and dust in case things fall down.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Well, I dust as well, but yeah, they're thinking things are going to topple on me because there's no room to walk at all.
Well,
but there is.
When you move out, let me know, my friend. I'll come and help you move, because I will.
You come and help me. You set up the displays and whatnot.
Yes,
yeah?
I'll help you. Yes, not a problem.
All right. Anyway, so my pickups. So we'll start off with the Legends, and we have this wave turn up. Nice, some good figures there. Didn't expect to like all of them, but pretty impressed. Although I'm not a fan of his feet like that. He doesn't stand up,
like
even if it is accurate. Yeah. It's like, but he's all right. Nice, big, hefty figure to go with the other ones. I'm starting to I may have to start a demons display now with all the bleeding demons that came in that wave.
Well, at least you've got Mephisto to lead them.
Yeah. And then we're going to have a little shout out to Mr. Mike Hex. So you had a care box turn up recently. Mine turned up a few weeks earlier than that, and it didn't get held up like a custom. So we'll start off with a little extra added goodie. So #justified.
He gets everywhere, this man. How did he get here? Oh, for God's sake. Can't escape this man.
Some trading cards. There's a Sonic the Hedgehog Burger King toy somewhere, and also a little Mike Hex Wanted Dead or Alive poster. I can't remember if there was anything else in there. So, thanks, Mike.
I feel bad throwing away these boxes for Mike, because I always feel like there's something else in that box. He packs it with loads of nonsense.
Because he puts it in as a surprise. So I'm opening it, I'm looking, I'm thinking, am I being thorough enough? Have I missed something? So
fair play to Mike.
I don't know. Thank you, Mike. So as to what he's actually picked me up, so we all know the huge issues NECA are having with the first Turtles coming out. So I ended up getting Mike to get the black and white versions. So I've got the green ones coming whenever they turn up. Although whether or not they do actually turn up, I love the disputing with my bank because they pissed me off not replying to my emails, and then as soon as I logged the dispute a few days later, we're sorry, we're sending this all out next week, so on and so forth.
Clearly because more than just you have been emailing and trying to communicate with them. I even contacted customer service myself. So yeah, the NECA customer service is genuinely one of the worst in the toy world for sure.
100%. And that leads me on to the second thing I asked Mike to pick up. So Christmas season is coming up. And I want to create a little Christmas display. So we got these Nightmare Christmas turtles.
Nightmare Fuel turtles, yeah. They are creepy.
Nightmare Fuel Christmas turtles. So I'm going to have them up next to the tree, next to the Holiday Gomez as well, all celebrating Christmas. How long they can be out is outside of this room before somebody notices is anyone's better bet. But yeah, so Christmas is coming. May as well get ready.
Yeah, good stuff. Where did he pick them up? Just from Target?
Yeah, Target. I think they're Target exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie stuff I think is and then maybe Walmart. Maybe. So, either way, you got them.
Either way, I got them. So in time. Yeah. I was wondering. I was hoping as soon as you were saying about yours getting held up in customs, I'm like, I hope it arrives in time for Christmas. I'd like to have them out on display, just sort of like getting that Christmas spirit. I'm not going to put them out until December the 1st, but still, it's nice to have them. Nice to have them here and ready to rock and roll when that time rolls around.
When as Christmas comes, I definitely add Santa Claus to my display, the Fresh Monkey Fiction Santa Claus, and I also put a little hat on Gizmo. Gizmo come with like a Christmas hat randomly and a trumpet. So at Christmas time, Gizmo wears his Christmas hat. That's how we know it's Christmas in this house. All good. Right, let's go underneath the clouds.
Oh boy. All right, I'll try to do this quick because it was LegionsCon.
The detail you can go into as much detail as you want with LegionsCon when we get into the LegionsCon bit. So if you want to just skim through your stuff,
pickups.
That's all good. Yeah,
I'm doing pickups. So we got the Michael showed a picture of this was the Saturday exclusive 2-pack Mythic.
Yeah.
Don't fall, please don't fall. I did get the Sunday one was Cosmic. I did pick that up as well. I picked up a few characters I was missing. So on the Cosmic side, I got the Tusk Pilot. Because this red is just gorgeous. Not really a fan of this faction, but this figure is beautiful, and I wanted it on the shelf. I got the Gravekeeper. This guy Sligor. It's another one. I was waiting online to buy something else and kept seeing things and just taking things off the shelf, so it was dangerous. I picked up, because I don't have any regular Templars, so I picked up a Sir Godfrey. Just that faction is like, I think 3 characters, so I needed a few more. Thursday at Intern, they had the Armory experience. I mean, they did this the whole weekend where you kind of went through and picked out different parts, different colors, and got to make
I
your own
remember you
figures.
telling us about this. Yes, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
So this was my Red Knight,
very cool.
and
They all got weapons as well, right? You got like a weapons pack with them.
yes, they come with a weapons pack.
Yeah.
This guy did not come with these horns. This is from a
I like
character
them.
called Cassia, but I just thought
I
it
like
was
this.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't. The horns that they came with were okay, but I felt like it could have
Yeah.
used a little something interesting. I did manage to get one of those Serpent Warriors that Michael showed. I considered going for a second one because I figured maybe Michael would want one and I could send him one. And then I saw he got two of them, so there you go.
I'll take a third.
From the Animal Warriors table, the one character I want sold out in like 10 minutes.
Who was it?
So my friend Derek, who works for them, was kind enough to gift me this Gladiator Atreyu figure. He joined us for dinner. Another non-mythic. I got the exclusive Pandora. I'm kind of over Action Force, but she's my favorite character, and I love her in all the black leather.
So that was Spiro Toys there, and Valaverse were there as well with booths, right? Or
Yep.
tables, yeah.
Yep, they were all here. Bobby Vela, I think I saw for like 2 minutes. Wade was there. I got to see him for like 2 minutes. We'll talk about that when we go
Yeah, for
into
sure.
to LegionsCon. But I got some signs from Damian Blake. I got a calendar and a lunchbox from Trevor, and I'm going to find some kind of way to display them. I feel like I'm forgetting something. It was a lot, so I think I kind of nailed the important stuff.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. Kurt, another person who was in attendance. You live like so close, don't you? I'm just coming to visit you this time next year, and then we can cross the road over to LegionsCon.
Yes.
That's it. We got plenty of space.
All right, good.
Come on over. Before LegionsCon, Disney store had a sale, and I had a nice big gift certificate there. So I'm building the world.
Wow.
This item was out on pre-sale, and last year, 2023, I had that big September where everything hit, and I swore I would never fall into that pre-sale trap again.
Oh, it was the
pre-order.
Ghost, wasn't it? It was the Ghost, and then other things were landing. Yeah, I remember.
Just everything, the Jabba's palace, everything came at once, and I said I'm not doing that to myself. So I waited both those items and was able to get them on sale, and this was a little.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I
The
like that.
zombie one.
Yeah, but they shipped it in an envelope.
Hey,
So-
don't do that.
It's okay. I was going to open it anyway. So those were nice, practically free pickups. And then LegionsCon, I kept it kind of simple.
Nice.
We got a nice little book
Very
here, autographed by Nate Namil, which was nice. I picked that up over at Trevor's table there. And then, of course, autographed by the man himself. So
Beautiful. Who is that handsome?
Devalued.
Who is that handsome? fella?
Devalue.
yeah, great calendar. So yeah, nice and easy. Well, I shouldn't say nice and easy. I think I maybe missed the last one. He came too.
He's
I
Your
haven't got,
co-host.
yeah, no, I haven't gotten my new eyes yet. And I have not put these fingers in hot water yet. I need to do that this week.
Do that for sure. Honestly, I put mine in a cup of hot water and they're fine now. They move like butter, no issues, no bending or ripping or anything like that. But I know other people have been a little bit more misfortunate. So yeah, just be careful.
I've never had
Not
to do
afraid-
that before. You don't go as far as to boil the water, right?
I boil the kettle, but then just
Yeah.
pour a cup of water and just leave it to sit for a few minutes, and then I put the hand in for about a minute or so. You just need to loosen it up. That's all. Just think they've been in storage for how long? Then they ship them across. So yeah, it's just they're adult collectibles. You just got to be careful, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff.
Hey,
Across
Dan.
yeah.
I'm sorry, before you continue, I have one more thing I wanted to show off. Just Trevor might appreciate this story.
Okay.
It is a faction pin for
Oh, there you
Atheist
go.
Brood.
Nice.
When I was waiting online to check out, Cullen, Toy Culprits, came up and said, I think they might have those, so ask George. So I get up to the front and I ask George, I'm like, Cullen says you may have these pins, and I've been like dying to get one of these. And he points at a pin on the board because it was purple, and that's like the Alithia colors. And I'm like, no. So I show him my tattoo. I'm like, this one. And he goes, all right, hang on. So he's looking, and he picks up, he's like, let me see the tattoo again. So I show him the tattoo so he could find it, and he's like, are you okay with gold? I'm like, absolutely. So he's ringing me up, and he's like, it's this much for the figure, this much for the mug. And he turns to one of his bosses, and he's like, depends on us for the tattoo, right? And Jim's just like, yeah, the least we could do is give you a pin for like etching your body forever. So I wanted to share that story real quick.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
Very cool.
That's great.
Let's go across to Robert. I just love that Robert picks us. Like during the stream, it's like, hey, yeah, just picking us.
Thanks. First pickup is Kamakura from the G.I. Joe. Got him reduced in the Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, bit of backtracking. Yeah, I think they had a sale on. Or to be fair, they have like a year-long sale on, don't they? And they just add stuff to it.
It reminds me of like the American Ninja sort of character. Like
His Snake Eyes is like an apprentice.
Yeah, something like that. So
I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I think it is.
I picked him up, reduced. He was quite good.
He was hard to get originally. He was an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah,
Pretty elusive first time round.
And then I got an order through from Star Action Figures, but I can only show a few because some of the stuff's been put away till the 25th of December.
Oh, really? One of them.
But one of the things I did get finally, I've got Venom, and this is like the first proper Venom because the one in my collection I had the Monster Venom.
Yeah.
So that's the first, if you like, normal size, if you can call Venom normal size, but that's that one.
Yeah, it's one of the better Venoms for sure.
Yeah, I was well happy with it. And then I picked up from Smith's.
Otto.
He's down in $9.99.
Yeah, him and Willie were $9.99, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed though, but he's got a different guitar.
Oh no, I did not notice. Whose guitar's that?
It's off Temu.
Oh, you just bought like a
97p.
and you just okay.
Right, 97 pence, but you get them all in different colours, different styles of guitar and that. But they're really like detailed. They've got the actual strings and stuff.
Very cool.
But only 97p. Well, I paid 97p for this one. I don't know. I bought it for another figure, and it just seemed to be put aside. And then when I got Otto, I thought, I'll see what the guitar looks like, and it is improvement. I don't know if you can pick up all the
scale's great. I didn't even realise he had something different in his hand. What guitar has he originally got? I can't even find
He's
mine.
just got a plain red one.
Oh, okay.
I've actually got it on the side.
Yeah, it looks good.
I did pick up Robin from the New Adventures of Batman, the cartoon series.
Very nice.
So I'll pick that one up. And possibly one of my favourite figures of the year is Todd McFarlane's Adam West Batman.
Okay, so this is the DC Multiverse version, not the Batman 66 packaging version yet.
Yeah, this is it is really nice. The cape's got a bendy wire in it, and it's spot on. You know what I mean? It really is nice. Possibly one of my favourite figures of the year. And last but not least, haven't opened him. I've got Cyclops.
Yeah, he had a reissue over here, at least in the UK. I'm not too sure about America, but he started popping up everywhere again. So,
and because I really like the design, but the one I had was the cell shaded one.
Yeah.
So, and the cell shaded one doesn't come with the blast effects and that. Yeah. And with me getting the Sentinel next year, I thought, oh well,
get ahead of it for sure. Absolutely.
Because I would have probably put the cell shaded one in. But now that I've got this one, I've got the blast effect, it's going to make it stand out a little bit.
Yep.
And that's all my pickups.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Definitely, as I said, get ahead of the X-Men stuff. Absolutely. Because next year, with that Sentinel coming. Trevor, over to you. Any pickups you want to show off?
Yeah. Am I allowed to share a picture or no?
Yeah, you can.
Can I share something? Okay, let me share something. Oh, no. I can't share.
How do I allow multiple people?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
yep, we got it. Got it, yeah. So I'll just... Is that showing?
Trevor has started sharing screen. There you go. Yep.
Oh,
there it is.
So So that's everything. So I won't go over all that, but I just think I'd show like that's everything that I picked up from
That looks
from
like
LegionsCon.
that looks like a merch table in itself at LegionsCon.
Yeah, I take a lot of every year. Like I take a lot of time trying to figure out how to get all this stuff into one shot, and I get a little nuts with it. But
I
I
love it
managed
when
to do it.
Trevor's on. He always makes me feel better. See, this is helping.
Yeah, that's one weekend though, Jay. You're daily. Let's see. I got both the special releases for LegionsCon. These were great. Love this thing. I don't know if anybody else remembers the Mighty Men and Monster Maker from the 70s. I know I'm old, but
Trevor.
yeah.
My wife, who is 3 years younger than me, remembers those from her
Okay.
childhood. Like better
Yeah,
than
some
I
kids,
do.
their older siblings had them, and maybe they got handed down or they picked them up or something along the way. I also did the Armory, which was a great thing. So I got a couple. I won't show you all of them, but I got a green dude. I got a red, kind of similar to Clouds. It was a lot of fun, man. It was.
I'm assuming they just had a big table. You joined a queue. You went in. You built it.
Yeah, they had. At first, they were ticketed for time, so you would come in so that they would keep it like fairly uncrowded.
Yeah.
And you would go in and you started, I think, with the body, the torso color, and then you could pick the arm and leg pack, the armor pack, the head, and then the weapons. It was all in pieces, so you could really mix and match anything.
It was,
yeah.
Yes.
Exactly what it was modeled on. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly what it was modeled on. I got some customs, real quick. Mark Calvo. I have a Fury Orc type of collection, and I also collect skeletons from different customizers. So this is from Matt Stein. It's one of his patina. His patinas are like his thing. Like he's the patina prince. So
Those eyes look like they're glowing. Like I know they're not, but they do. They look good.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Work.
Emil Wickman, who did that Avengers set that I have, and is like really, people out even outside know him. I got his Darth Vader last year, so I got a Stormtrooper to go along with it. And again, he does everything out of Legion's parts. There's no third-party parts here. He just like repaints or repurposes or glues and cuts, and it's amazing. Really cool. Got this from LeBron, Eric LeBron. It's a Space Bunny, which I really love. That's awesome.
I'm a big Bookie O'Hare fan, so I'm a fan of Space Bunnies.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? I did get one of the Ninian, or I got 4 of the Ninian guards, but I gave one away on the show the other day, so these are really, really nice. They'll be coming out in January or February, I think, for everybody to get. Got my first Glyos from a couple of people, including Dan Larson, who gave me this one. This is one of his that he came up with. So Glyos is a whole system in itself. Like, you can take them apart and pop and swap the pieces and stuff. So they're fun. I mean, they're really not my genre, but I got to say, like, when you do pick one up, they are kind of fun. And I'll save this, as you saw on the table, for last.
Wow. Yeah, that's
So this is a customized Mythic Legions troll as a Balrog. Obviously, the head sculpt is a 3D part. These are from. God, what did he tell me these are from? It's some building block toy, which I'm shocked at. It's not Lego, but it's something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Duplo or something like
It might have been Duplo. Yeah, actually, it might have been Duplo. Yeah, which is really weird because they're supremely detailed and stuff. But yeah, this was there's a quick funny story. So I saw this at the end of the day. And I'm like, I don't know. Where am I going to put that? It's cool. I love Lord of the Rings. But the guy Sergio who made it, I stopped by his table and he had put it away. We were packing up. Everybody was leaving. And I'm like, did you sell that Balrog? He goes, no, I still have it. Do you want it? Told me the price. I'm like, let me think about it. Very fair price. But, this is a pricey item. So I go back to my table and this guy is Ramirez, who is... he's been with the Four Horsemen. He's their lawyer basically for years. And he comes back. He's like, hey, my friends down there said you were interested in the Balrog. And I told them who you are. And they like, you should give him a better price on it because he'll take pictures. And I'm like, oh, don't do that, man. Like, don't negotiate for me. So I forgot about it. And at the end of the night, Pablo Lopez, who's on here sometimes, PL toy photographer, comes up. I'm sitting in the lobby and he's holding it like a child. He's hugging it like this. And I'm like, You son of a bitch. Did you buy that? Did you buy that thing? I was so jealous at the time. And Sergio just peeps his head around the corner of this pylon that's in the middle of the thing. And I'm like, they set me up. They like totally, his name is Honeypot Productions, and he totally honeypotted me in a way with the Balrog. So like I bought it. I'm like, all right, I'm buying it like right then and there. So they unpacked it and kind of conned me into it, but I'm happy they did because it's gorgeous.
And it's a 1 of 1, right?
1 of 1. Yep,
Yeah.
all handmade. Yep.
Amazing.
So that's the big
Kurt,
one.
that's the one you took a picture of and sent me, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice. nice.
Well, actually, funny thing, he's going to make an appearance in the next section.
Oh, all right. Very cool. Yeah, I'm glad I picked that up. That was cool. And that's yeah, I got my new skate deck for Poxus.
Oh, nice.
So I got all 3 of the ones that they've come out so far for the Dark 4, but that's about it.
Very cool. When you going there? When you going skating next?
Oh God, I'm done with skating, man. Good Lord.
Just add some wheels to that, and you're off you go. Off you go.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
To the hospital.
Off you go to the hospital. All right, very good. Right, cool. So as I said at the start of the show, Group 1 is basically just going to be a Legions takeover. So now we've got through the pickups. I'm just going to go for a nap and just leave these in charge, essentially. No, I will sit and listen, but I can't recap what went on. So let me just bring people in. Right. So obviously Cloud was there, Trevor was there. Kurt made an appearance as well, and then we'll just throw Michael up for his love. Sorry, UK guys, but we were the other side of the country, so you can just sit up there in the clouds.
I tried sending you pictures, and my phone was being a wanker. Could you bring up my Instagram account?
I
my
can,
actual Instagram page?
But it'll just be really small. Like I'll show you exactly what I mean.
Show me.
But it'll just be tiny.
By the way, Dan, I was telling Cloud I need that Legions and Liquor logo. I'm definitely need some shirts from that.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. The thing is,
Or if you want to make a shirt and I'll buy it from you, it's
the thing
either
is,
way.
the t-shirts, I don't make any money from it. The t-shirts for me are never a merch
Yeah.
is not something I'm ever trying to make money from. I put them on a site and put them as low as I possibly can so people can buy them, if you know what I mean. So I can put it up for people to buy, but yeah, if you want, or I can send you the logo. It does not bother me. Trust me, it's not something I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to make a cheap buck. Like, no, please take it and do anything you wish with.
Yeah, I need that.
I want to wear them.
I only use Spring. I think it's Spring Tees. You just upload your logo and they just
Teespring?
yeah, something like that. So honestly, the merch stuff is never. It's like, trust me, I love when people are wearing it. A few people came up to me at MCM in London wearing it, and it's always fun to see. Like Michael's wearing his Joe's and Juice right now, which is really cool.
There you go.
So I've got a new design myself that a few people have asked about. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a little merch upgrade. Right, let me get Cloud's Insta up. Right, let me do that.
I will also say while we're doing that, Dan, that you really, really have to make it out
Trevor,
to this show.
Trevor, it's not that I don't want to. I honestly.
No, I know you do.
It's
But you
just
gotta
not
make
a
it
cheap
happen. That's what I'm getting
You know
at.
what I mean? It's literally not.
I get
a
it.
cheap
I get
trick.
it.
But
I get it.
I'd absolutely, if Kurt, as I said, if Kurt will have me sleep on his sofa, Brandon's over there now as well, which helps too.
Yeah.
So
Met up with Brandon.
yeah,
It was
for
great.
sure. Yeah, and I was like, if I can figure out a way to get there without crippling the bank, then absolutely, I do want to.
Because Robo was there for the entire weekend, and he came over to my table at the end, and I said, "So you coming back next year?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, honestly, if I could only go to one con next year, this would be it. And that's Robo. Like, he's at San Diego every year.
I spoke to Brandon for like the day after. For a good hour and a half while he's walking the dogs, and he was telling me about it. And Brandon's usually quite reserved. He doesn't really like to jump in with the not that he doesn't. He just likes to just stand at the back and watch. And he was saying that it was so cool to actually interact and see everyone and blah blah blah. He told me about Robo actually. He said that he seen Robo in the lobby and he was chatting and talking to people. They went out, come back in, and Robo's moved 2 foot. And they asked him have you even got in yet? And Robo's like, I have not even got in yet because people. And I said someone like Robo is like a celebrity at that type of event because everybody knows who he is and everybody likes him. So no, I'd love to go. Just again, you know me, I'm a casual Legions fan, like, but I love toys, I love the community. So I would absolutely love to come and just be involved for sure.
Yeah, you'll love the community aspect. You'll love the customizing. You know, even if you're not there for the Legions necessarily, but we will get you some Legions in your hands.
I will do a live Legion and Liquor in the hotel lobby as long as
hell yeah!
As long as there's an internet connection, I'm good. I've got my laptop, not a problem. Right, Cloud, this is how big it is for me on the screen.
I mean, it gets the point across.
Okay, go for it then. This is the part of the show where you take over. So basically, LegionCon happened last weekend, where they revealed a massive dragon, amongst other things. These 3 of these 4 were there, but we know Michael's a massive fan, as we know. So take it away, guys. You can take this wherever you want.
So this post is essentially just some of the people I met up with. This was unreal, seeing Brandon there. I was taking my time getting up Saturday, and then I found out he was there, so I rushed to get ready, and my wife is panicking. I'm like, you can stay here, I just need to go find somebody. So I ran downstairs, I ran into him and Dante. At one point in the conversation, he just kind of starts poking me in the shoulder, and I look at him, he's like, you're real! It was odd seeing him in person. So if you flip through a few of these, there's a couple of them.
That's
Dante, Infinity Equation, Robo.
Yep.
So that's Brick Something. I did a stream with him on the 20th, kind of preparing for this.
Yep.
This is just my buddy Josh,
Josh.
member of the Cabal. There's Dan Larson, another great guy to talk to. This is Chris Gorich. He works for the Four Horsemen and D13 Toys. A lot of the biblical adventure stuff you've seen, like the Angels and Demons. That's him. He's a lunatic, and I love him. There's Tom Spillane and Nate Strong, the author of your book there, Kurt. This is my friend Derek. This is the guy I told you about last year that we met for the first time in 26 years. He works for Spiro Toys, so I got to spend a good bit of time with him.
Very cool.
This is my friend Jamie. They were at Exhibitors. They had some of their custom troll work there. Steph, Detour Customs, another fantastic person. That is Diego. If you have customer service issues at Four Horsemen, he is going to be answering your emails and taking care of you. I forget who else is in here. This is my buddy Cullen, Toy Culprits on Instagram. He's one of the other admins of the Cabal.
He's enjoying that hug.
Yeah. This is Brad Jones. He runs Legion's Lair. It's another fan podcast. They have a YouTube channel.
I got money in the bank.
Look at that, Jonathan, Hedgehog Action. Thank you very much. He says, still having LegionCon withdrawal. This helps. There you go. We're essentially applying therapy to people, helping them come down from the high that was.
It's like methadone. That last picture was Jeremy Gerard. Sorry. He does Mythic Customs. He is the hype man for LegionsCon. For Legions in general, I should say. He has a show every Wednesday. That is one of my favorite people. That is Nate Barch. He is their artist. Such a cool guy to hang out with. I picked up some of his prints. And I think so it's me, Cassie, with our friend Steph. And the last one should be Derek, his wife Sequoia, and Cassie. We spent a lot of time with the Spiro guys. So I think that should be it for that. The dragon, I believe, is the next post.
So,
unless you guys want to save that.
Yeah, shall we save the dragon for last? Is there any I know they revealed a whole wave, so obviously
they did.
Let's not scare off the audience and go through every single bit of detail, but please go through the wave.
It was a smaller wave.
I've got the site.
It was 7 figures, but it was essentially they're going back into the mythology of the story we've known of Mythic Legions. There's been all this history about these great beasts, these different creatures that existed before, there was before the Dark Four and everything. So this is kind of going back to the First Great War, and you've got characters like Leodicius and Basilia, those top two.
Yeah, we can go through them for sure. Let's just remind the people that these got revealed at LegionCon last weekend, and they are now currently up for pre-order. So no matter where you are, either side of the pond, you can get these pre-ordered now. And these are even just as a casual Legions for me, it's always been very much like trolls and I know you've got the vampires,
Elves and
the
orcs.
elves, and and the wizards and stuff. This is like
This is very
definitely
different.
leaning in a different direction here with like the
It is.
anthropomorphic sort of characters and stuff. So
A lot of this we knew about these characters. The two at the top, Leodicius and Basilia. Those are like two of the like the old gods, I guess. So the heroic factions are named after these characters. We had seen two of them who are getting remakes, thankfully, but Leodicius and Basilia were brand new. We had no idea what these characters looked like before this.
This is your picture, Trevor, as well. Do you take
Yes.
the black ones as well? Do you take the black shots as well?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
But this is it was kind of surreal. It was interesting to see characters we had heard named, but the wave feels so far removed. Like it has that Legions flavor to it, but it feels like the closest one would maybe be like the Roman centurion type character. Like
This looks
that's
like
the one that feels.
This looks like an evil Jafar at the end of Aladdin.
It is.
You know
That's
I
what
mean?
it is, yeah,
It's
it's
an Ifrit.
Yeah, you know,
It's an evil genie.
that's so cool. And I like how they revealed his legs as well, so you can
Yes.
display him as a person.
They brought him out on the smoke, and then they immediately brought the legs out, and you could hear like everybody's buttholes unclench.
They didn't make the cannonball mistake.
Exactly. I was saying that day. I'm like, oh, good, they didn't pull a cannonball, and nobody in that audience would have understood what I was talking about.
This was one of the first reveals from the panel, right? The snake.
That was the very first.
Yeah, Basilia was. Yep.
She is beautiful. All of her colors, and this was the one I was most excited to see because as they described these characters, like we knew what Aetheron looked like, we knew what Xylona looked like. Leodicius, you could tell, was going to be a big lion. We didn't know how big he was going to be. He's a very, very large scale figure. But Basilia, we just knew was a winged serpent. So this reveal was probably the most impactful, to me at least. She's amazing. The colors are just incredible. Those little feathers on her headdress actually originally came with, if anybody has the Monkey King figure, he's got the feathered crown. Those are actually individual little pieces kind of like pegged into the back. This is where this snake warrior that the surprise drop, this is kind of where he fits into this line.
Well, if you look in the, if you go back to the Basilia main shot there that I took
They're in the background.
the sexy shot there. So they wanted me to put them into the background real subtly, kind of out of focus, behind a lot of fog and stuff
Way
like that. So
back
it was a
there.
teaser.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, they were way in the back. People kind of skipped over it. The guy on the right or the left is the next one they showed, which is the Serpent Spire Guard. And the guys in the back, everybody was just like, "Oh, what are those things?" And then they
thought it was
actually
him again, or just or some type.
Yeah, and then they hid this. They had him on display out in the hallway, and then they hid him behind the display, kind of in this little nook in the diorama. So people started saying, "Oh, okay, this is going to be this year's Valiant Knight," and that's what it turned out to be. Is what they were,
It's a hot topic.
pre-released.
So for those people in the chat, like Trevor 16 Shooter obviously takes these images for Horsemen. So how far in advance do you get these, Trevor, to take?
Not far enough. I took the last one. So LegionsCon, I had to be there for intern for a day, which is Thursday. So I had to get there Wednesday. I shot the last part of it, and I was actually editing it on Tuesday morning. So that's how tight it is
Wow.
every time. Yeah, It gets real tight. Not all of them, but I think I started in maybe early October, late September, but then they just kind of trickle in slowly as they're literally, painting each one of these up and putting them together and printing out the parts. And so,
Are you proper panicky when posing them for pictures and moving them around and stuff? Have you ever had an arm fall
They
off or
don't
something
hold
like
up.
that?
Oh, dude, daily. The arms fall off all the time. I had, during intern, I explained that I have to go through a process of basically taking them all apart, if they even are together when I get them, and adding a little tape here, medical tape to try and get because it's just resin. There's no texture to it, so it doesn't stick together like plastic does. So it's a nightmare. Yeah, some of them are real pain in the ass to hold together. But and some of them have limited posability because they have to be glued together or something. You know what I mean? So
It's
always tricky.
The serpents were like that.
I have some of the Amazing pictures. I'm just on the Cabal page right now. I swear D Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. These are the D Amazing shots, right? It could be. Might be D Amazing. Might not be. Might be someone's.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't
Maybe.
see.
They're on the Cabal anyway.
I think Nolan did the one where he's sitting on his tail. He's like sitting cross-legged and he's balanced on his tail. I think Nolan posted that one.
Okay. D Amazing does have a review up though, right? He had a.
Yes, he did do a review. Yeah. Yep.
I remember that going up quite soon after the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool figures, and what makes them interesting is there's the bit of the lore behind them. Is you'll notice like the guard and Basilia from the waist down, it's all snake.
Yeah.
And these soldiers have legs and a tail, and apparently as they get older and wiser, their legs fall off.
Oh dear.
And they have like a serpent body. So those two figures will have at the waist or at the midsection, it'll be a separate joint, and one will work with their 1.0 style bodies, one will work with the 2.0 style. So as far as like customizing things, you're going to have some options, but they're each going to be like segmented. They've got a piece that sits in the middle where it's like angled so they can sit up like that, and then they have another one that'll kind of spread out a little bit more.
And the big one of the big things in the wave was that the Leodicius soldier and the what's his name? The hyena Windaji have are 3.0 bodies, which have double joints, and a couple of them have butterfly joints as well. So it's a whole new. Yeah, they're still going to be able to take them apart and pop them apart, but they won't be 100% compatible, at least the joint parts with the older bodies. But, arms and stuff will still come off, and you'll be able to pop them in, forearms and things like that.
That's got to be the natural progression, though, for as in, like, they have to, at some point, evolve the articulation as well.
They've been working on it for a couple of years now, and it's something, people have brought up. But, like, I can get good poses out of them. I don't feel I need to get Spider-Man pose. I mean, first of all, most of them are wearing armor, but as you get into things like a creature like this, he's not wearing much armor. You want to have a little bit more motion out of that. So, they've been working on it, and I think they did a great job with it.
You say you don't need them to do Spider-Man poses. In a few waves' time, you're going to get a literal Spider-Man type creature with 8 legs crawling along the table, and
an actual spider,
Spider-Man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a custom of a spider body with a female head. Incredible stuff. I sent you a few pictures too, Dan.
Do you know like the Gremlin, the Gremlins 2 spider type thing?
That's what people use.
Yeah, that spider body.
That's it.
That is definitely going to happen. Let me try and find the pictures that Kurt sent.
I emailed them to you.
Thank you very much, Kurt. Thank you very much.
I see a little bit of chatter in the chat. 29th of December is when the direct pre-order ends. It's $320 for the all-in. It's about $125 cheaper than retail is going to be. And as of today, the Horsemen started offering payment options. It's bi-weekly payments.
That's huge.
For like 2 months. Massive. It's right in time for the big one.
Yeah, through Shop Pay. That's huge because that's a lot of people's main concern with buying up front, which is where you save the most money. I mean, it's great to support your retailers and all that stuff. So, but if you do want to do that, it was always like a big chunk of money up front, and then you wait a year to year and a half to get stuff back. But now you can break it up into 4 parts, which is nice, especially around this time of year, which is great.
Definitely more manageable. I definitely use the option on PayPal when we get given it to split it into 3 payments. I think for us, it's different the UK, idea, US, but it's similar for sure. Okay, these are.
There's my boy.
These are
There's my boy.
Yeah. So before you and I had even spoken, Trevor, I saw that Balrog and I fell in love with that thing, and then I got the price that you obviously got better on, and I was out.
Not much. I will tell you what, at the end of the day, when they, he gave me a price that was a little bit less, and I gave it to him, and then they're like, oh, it also comes with this little Gandalf head, and I'm like, all right, here, take another $20. And I threw I'm like, stop now, stop. So they basically got almost what they were asking for. Plus, I got the bottle of hot sauce, which was a thing in the store. It was Mythic Legions hot sauce, which is just rebranded Sticker Mule hot sauce, but I'm a completist, so like they ran out by the time I got there, and I was like, "Damn it!" And I had pull, but I couldn't get it. So these guys had it, and it came with the Balrog, so I got it. So I'm very happy about that. So the reason I bought the Balrog was for the hot sauce.
For the hot sauce, yeah, of course.
Now I had last Sunday off of work, so I was flying solo. I had no agenda, and that allowed me to just kind of walk from table to table and really soak everything in, which was awesome.
Kurt, I seen you on YouTube. Like, you had no idea, but like, someone was live on YouTube.
Yimbo and the Toy Daddies.
Yeah, I think it was probably
Toy Daddies.
Yeah, someone I'm subscribed to was live on YouTube anyway, walking the floor at LegionCon. So I was watching it in the background while I was doing what I was doing. And then you come on, and I'm like, I'm sat at home going, it's Kurt, and I'm writing in the chat, say hello to Kurt.
You're the meme.
But yeah, no, it was funny. It was so cool. Just to see you casually, I could literally see you in the background approaching and stuff. I'm like, there's Kurt. But obviously you couldn't hear me, Kurt. I'm in England, but I was shouting at you. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I ran into a guy named Elijah who flew over from London.
Oh, he's so great. I love
those
Elijah.
next two pictures. His posts in the Cabal he really did what I did, but we met just after you and I, after you saw me, Dan, right in front of this diorama, which Toy Mirth picked up. So if you're following Anthony over at Toy Mirth, he's already got a handful of pictures. And this was created by Shelf Gravy. And I sat and spoke as a husband and wife team for almost a half hour, and they took me through the whole story of this particular diorama. And those are just two pictures that I took real quick.
They started building this. They had the basis of this at the very first LegionsCon, which was like a little gathering in a back hall in a back room of Toy-Con, New Jersey. It was the main part of this, and they built onto this thing. It in total is probably 4-5 feet wide by 5 feet. It's enormous. I mean, I don't know where the hell Anthony's putting it, man.
I don't either.
Ridiculous.
But that picture, the second one of kind of the dungeon area, I asked him what, and forgive me because I forget their names, but the husband in the team, I said, what is your favorite angle on this? And that lower level, he said he just absolutely loved the way the chandeliers hung, the way the columns lined up, and
this one.
the LED flashers that he put in there for the flickering lights. Yeah, there's no visible wire on those lights. They're all individual on and off, hanging on pegs. I mean, he said his wife almost had a breakdown carving rocks at some point. She
I've done that. I can understand that.
6 months.
Yeah. It takes time. This is what I mean. People don't realize, like, the dioramas, like, to this detail, take time. Like, it's crazy.
I know when people hear the price of them, they're like, "Whoa," But I mean, the amount of time that people put in, they're probably not even getting minimum wage by the time they're done with it per hour. You know what I mean? When you try to sell it for a reasonable price.
Yeah, labor of love for sure. It's crazy.
I've
seen a picture of this thing, but from the outside, I was trying to find one on the Cabal there, but I couldn't find one. But it's.
I'll have to post my pictures. We took quite a
few. Just an incredible experience. We've got a really nice group of guys here in the collecting community locally. Yimbo being one of them, and Machu and J-Shot and all that. But this event is way different than anything else in the area. And I did get a chance to meet Brandon and talk with him for a good long while, and saw Robo as well. And good to just kind of catch up with people and as Cloud said, Brandon's kind of poking her. You're real, putting a relationship together online over the past 5 years. You just wonder, what is this? What are we doing here? We're having fun, but good friends have been made. And
And it's so great that it's all in one place. You know what I mean? Like going to San Diego, I get to see all the people that I know that go to that, and it's great. We hang out. It's so big. We all kind of separate. I mean, you do that here too, but you kind of running into people in the hallway all the time. Whereas at San Diego, it's few and far between. You see people and at the end of the day, they're going to this restaurant. We're going to that place. You're all here. We're just in the lobby, all hanging out, all switching conversational groups or going to dinner with people. It's awesome, man. I love the whole thing. It really is kind of a family reunion, and everybody who's new becomes family. There was a ton of new people there this year, and it was I ended up hanging out with a lot of them for a little while, and they were making friends within there. It was awesome. I want to show you one more thing, Dan, if you don't mind me sharing one more thing. I will try and turn the sound off on this. Let me see, where is it? Okay, so this is... So they had a thing called... So Jeremy, Director of Sales and Marketing, I think it was he. I think he said it. It was his mistake. He carried a 3 wrong or something like that, and he ordered too many of these swigs, which are little. He's an alchemist, little goblin alchemist. So, in order to get rid of some of these things, he came up with a story called 1,000 Swigs, where Swig is tasked with creating a potion that will create an army for the goblins, and instead he ends up replicating himself over and over and over again all over the place. So somebody picked it up. It's like, okay, so instead of having 1 swig, you got to have 3 on the shelf, right? So a good way to sell more swigs. Well, somebody came up with the idea of customizing them and just started doing it. And then this guy Terrence in the group said, why don't we do an installation called 1,000 Swigs? Everybody bring their custom swigs. We'll put them on a table. We'll take a picture. And it was wild. I should have started playing this, but it was wild, man. So they got about 260. We didn't get 1,000, but we're going to keep doing it every year until we had 1,000, I think, and then we'll move on to another figure. But look at this. I mean, the creativity here. This was one of my favorite parts, and there was amazing stuff throughout the show, and it was fantastic. But man, the creativity, even cutouts. Somebody drew that. This guy Dusty drew that, so he cut it out and put it on a piece of metal there to stand up. But the fairy swigs, and I did a little Frankenstein swig with mine. It's so much fun, man. It was really, really cool.
So these are people bringing their customs just to display at...
Just to display.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
Not even to sell. I mean, I think some people sold a few of them here and there, but it was so cool to see. And like I said, 260 of them. They gave away some prizes and things like that to random people, and it's gread, man. It's just an awesome thing.
Punk turtle body there.
Yeah. One of them is just a head on a can of Monster soda, like a green can of Monster soda, and then
like a Butler one.
Another one is crocheted by C. Jessam Keithlin, his wife crocheted one. And there's a pair of cosplayers that come there every year. And she dressed up this year as Swig, so she came in, and it was a life-size Swig.
So she just have to stand there for the whole weekend, did she, with them?
Yeah. Now this was only
She's
they did
Swig
this
size too.
She is Swig size, yeah. This took place for about an hour, setting it up, and then people came up, and then they took it all down. So it lasted about 2 hours in total. It wasn't up there the whole weekend, but super cool idea. I loved the whole thing, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, it's great. I mean, something you don't see anywhere else, man. I've never seen anything like this. You know what I mean? So
there's a wrestler one. There's a Hulk Hogan one with a bout.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan. There's Richard Simmons back there. There's the crocheted one. Yeah. There's the spider one we were talking about earlier. The spider body
of Swigs.
It is. It's amazing. It's amazing. Very cool. So this was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
so I want to share that for sure.
That's definitely another aspect of the community. I was speaking to some of the UK lads about it. We recently all got to meet our MCM, so we have that similar vibe. But unfortunately, only 5% of that convention is to do with toys. So where this convention is virtually all of it, all the vendors, everything is all toy related in some degree. So I'd love to go to a convention that is literally purely for toys, because that way everybody's there for the same thing. So yeah, we definitely don't have anything like that in the UK at all. So
yeah,
I would love to make it over one day for sure. So right, let me just, before we get to the Dragon, let's just go to bring the UK guys back in, just so we can ask them about their thoughts on this wave that has went up. Let me just remove everyone from the spotlight. Right, so the wave that went up, again, someone's going to have to tell me what it's called. I can't pronounce none of this stuff anymore.
Reign of the Beast.
Reign of the Beast. Okay, cool. So that was the wave. So let's go to the UK guys and see what they think. And because I know Jay's got Legions on display, and I know Tanner was eyeing up a giant lion. So Jay, what are your thoughts on this league? Because you were refreshing the news, trying to keep an eye on all this stuff.
I was up. I brought a little friend as well to join in.
Look at that!
To join in the
No,
That's a flex right there.
One of my very first. Thank you to Damien in the chat. I still have it. He sold up me a couple of years ago when we first started. So Drawing Rune Shaper stays with me there.
So why is it a flex? Is that like a rare one or something?
He's
Yeah,
very
it's hard to
hard
get
to
now.
come by.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's the only member of Basilia's that I do not have and will not
It
pay
is.
for because gross.
Yes, and the Damien was a legend and sold it me for a very, very good price. So thank you very much to Damien. And he goes in the Convocation of Basilia, so he goes with Snake Lady with Wings for Dan there.
Okay,
So
thank you. Yep.
he will go very nicely with her. So I think she's definitely a pickup. But then I think I said to Trevor in his comments, one of the best photos I've ever seen him do is the lady with small dragon. So Araya, the Talon Bearer, I do believe is her name, with the sort of green mask on. I love the green mask there. It's sort of the metal mask that she's. I love that photo. Absolutely love it. With the
Thanks, Joe.
if we could get some glowing effects to do that, I think that looks fantastic. So I was losing my mind at that one. That was one of my favourites. And the other one is the Red Genie.
It's
Because
mad to
it
think that's a
instantly
toy,
reminded
by the
me.
way. That photo is
Right?
epic. That's crazy to think that's a plastic action figure on display. Yeah, that's crazy.
The Red Genie literally did what you said. It reminded me of Jafar from Aladdin, and I love the little lamp. I love the little lamp
Yeah,
on the
that is
bottom.
the
That's absolutely. I don't like the blue genie from Aladdin, so I didn't pick up the blue genie in the previous wave. But I do like the red evil version. So the smoke effect, absolutely love that. So I was in the chat trying to get them in there with Michael at the time, and we were both losing our minds from home across international waters. So yeah, fantastic wave of colourful characters, and definitely a few I will be adding to the collection there.
Do you pre-order on Four Horsemen or do you use Imperium of Cool in the UK?
You usually find it cheaper to use Emporium of Cool when the UK stock goes up just because of the shipping.
Yeah.
I did check the all-in price actually, and the shipping international wasn't too bad this time. It was cheaper, but I think I'll just wait for the UK stock. My other tip is AliExpress. Actually, I use a Firefly model store in AliExpress when they come into stock, so I don't have to pre-order. They seem to be like an international stockist, so they're quite helpful for anybody international out there.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice.
Tanner, you said you like the look of the giant lion enough to buy it or just admire it from a distance?
If it was a tiger, I probably would have picked up the tiger because my cat's has tiger colours. I've named her Tigger. So if it was a tiger, I'd be all in for it. Now, as of the moment, my current Legions collection currently is horses for my Samurai Ninja Turtles
Just
to
horses.
ride on.
Exclusively
So
horses, yeah.
I've ordered the bear bod bar as well.
Okay.
So it's basically, as of the moment, just things to be ridden. The lion is very tempting. However, it's a case of the only thing that would have definitely got me to buy it would be if it was a tiger. Lion, I see when the pre-order comes out, see the price and then decide on there. But yeah, it's a case of it all looks good. It all looks a lot of money. As I've mentioned earlier, I'm currently running out of walking space, so we shall see when the time comes.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And Robert, what about yourself? Do you have any Legions? Are you a Legions admirer from a distance, or do you plan on picking any
The
up?
closest thing I've got at the moment to Legions is probably this guy.
Okay.
God of War. However, last night I was doing a bit of research, having a look through on the websites, and I came across a character called Kyle Patcher.
Oh yeah,
Hi, Pacha.
Kai Pacha. Yep.
And I just ordered him.
So who's
Nice. Ooh.
So I got him from Props and Replica. It wasn't badly priced actually, 50 quid.
You want to share that down?
Hey,
That's it.
there he
So-
is.
Oh, there it is. There you go. Perfect.
But on Props and Replica, they're saying he's not coming into stock until October next year.
Yeah, that's
And
next.
when
Yeah.
And then I went on to another site and they said it's early next year, so I don't know when I'm receiving them. So
Yeah, this is probably not going to be till later next year for sure.
Keep an eye on Source Horseman. HasLab.com, they have a section where you can track production. They tell you how far along things are, and it gives you a better idea as to about when to expect these. But yeah, this Ashes of Agvendor wave is probably like mid to late next year, I would guess.
Yeah,
Because you had three
Just,
waves
it's
before
made me
this one.
smile. I was just like, because the one thing I was really tempted to get, but I can't seem to get them anywhere, is the skeleton 4-pack.
Oh,
Like, seems to have them up for pre-order. There's a couple of sites, but I've never used them before, and I'm a little bit
In
dubious.
the UK, there are only a couple of like official places that get their stuff through Thor Horseman. Imperium of Cool, I think, is their stock list in the UK.
Yep.
And then Props and Replicas import them in themselves, but I don't know if they have an account with Thor Horseman direct. But I know Imperium of Cool is probably your best, safest bet if you want to buy direct from a UK store and avoid the import charges.
That's them there, the skeletons. I really do like them.
Big Bad Toy Store also, if you want to import them.
We do get hit with the customs, and we get hit with customs import plus the expensive shipping.
There's options.
Even Props and a replica for me, Cal Patcher. I didn't get imported at like fees. It was literally 50 quid and then couple of quid for I think it was $49.95 and then £3 postage and packaging. So I don't think there's any charges above that, if you know what I mean.
I think you'll be able to find these when they come out.
Oh, thank you. Jay's just said he's put the link.
They're not out yet.
Oh, beautiful.
No, they're not out yet. I think they're in production now or going into production very, very soon. So maybe spring. But
I think it's supposed to be like March or April, because these are just, I mean, they're basically the skeleton that they already put out, colored a different way with some new accessories that are, repackaged and repainted accessories anyway. So they're going to be pretty fast. So I think they said March or April of next year that they'll be out.
Because I feel that these skeletons could even go into a Marvel display, like a sequence, if you know what I mean.
These can be used. These are just these are 1/12 scale skeleton army. Like you can absolutely put these wherever you want.
They're beefy.
Squad, like I could put them in with me Dracula, me Marvel Legends Dracula, or something like that, if you know what I mean.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah, so the link's in the chat. That's what Jay dropped in there for the Imperium of Cool. So if you want to get them in the UK, you can pre-order them right now. And again, so talking about that, there you go. That's some. You can pay them installments as well on Imperium of Cool, it seems. So this new wave that we've just been talking about, is that not going to be like until this time next year in hand?
Oh, so somebody
or is
told
it a
me
2026 type thing.
It's 2026,
okay.
Probably Q1, Q2, 2026. Yeah, I mean, it's not a matter of like they're behind or anything like that. It's just that's the production level, the period that they have. You know what I mean? And they're so detailed, and there's so many new parts in this. That it's they have to do Q&A on it. They want to get these in hand and check those new joints and all that stuff. So you want a good product. It just takes a while. They're not
Yep.
Necronominus is hitting that 2-year mark like in a couple of weeks. The next wave that's on the water now.
But this is just
my pre-order was December, so that's 2 years. So it takes time.
This is how far ahead they are, though, with pre-orders. It's not like you're not getting nothing within that time. You're going to get like 3 or 4 waves in hand before that. Exactly.
Yes.
So there's consistent products getting to people, new product getting to people's hand. We're just ahead of it. We're just ahead of revealing it. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's that first initial offer where you go, I gotta wait how long? Yeah. You know what I mean? But then there's the instant releases with the Figura Obscuras and some drops like the Ninians that you'll get in an in-stock sale. And you can go right now, and there's an in-stock sale, I think it's still going on, that you can buy some stuff right now that's available. So if you want to get something in hand, check out Store Horseman and order something, see if you like it,
Okay.
And,
Well, there's one massive thing we have purposely tried to avoid.
Oh my god, I totally forgot.
Until now. So this is probably a good time to bring it up because it's so tiny. We just probably forgot about it. I understand. But their big reveal, the Year of the Dragon, also the 10th. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the 10th anniversary of Mythic Legions this year.
Correct.
It's also the Year of the Dragon in like the Chinese sort of calendar. So they wheeled out. Did Did anyone, like, Cloud, you're sat there, like, Trevor must have knew about this bloody thing anyway, but, like,
Oh, yeah.
but yourself sitting there in the crowd, as they're going through the wave, like, how did, I didn't watch the whole panel, so did they sort of act like they were, did they sort of act like they were ending, and that was it? And how did they sort of feel this?
Kind of.
They brought up Q&A.
Oh, did they?
They did the wave was the first thing.
Yeah, of course.
And then they did a few other things, like they're doing a Cosmic Legions comic book. You know, they're doing like a D&D style tabletop RPG for you know, they've got some other. They've got a line they're calling Legacies of Mythos, where they're kind of going back and taking those very hard to find figures like Jay's Yorund, and they're kind of giving them updates to kind of put them more in line with where the line is now. And it's all these cool reveals. And one of the things everybody noticed was Araya the Talon Bearer. And she's got the little green dragon with her. So the joke was, there's our dragon.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody can shut up. But she has a staff with an actual talon, like, tied to the end of it. So we were looking at that as, wow, that should give you the idea of, like, the scale of a dragon. And they went through all of these things. And at the very end, they had one more reveal. And they literally had, like, these curtains. And they pulled the curtains open. And from where I was, I couldn't see directly back there. But people lost their fucking minds, and I knew what it was. Like, it just erupted into cheers and applause. And then it came around the corner, and I was just like, holy shit. Like, I was expecting it to be large, but, like, seeing this thing in person, like, the pictures are great.
Okay.
But to go right up and put, like, you know, breathing, fogging up the glass kind of thing, it is...
Before I show
on my Instagram post,
hang on,
if
I've
you
got
guys
pictures.
check my Instagram post...
I've got pictures ready to go, by the way. I've got pictures. I just want to get Trevor's insight first. I just want to know how long Trevor knew about it.
I knew it was coming for, I don't know, earlier this year. I mean, I knew it was coming, you know what I mean? And even on my show, I played it down like... I mean, honestly, like, before I knew, I'm like, I don't... Do we really want a dragon? Does it have to be... You know, does it have to be, like... fantasy? I mean, I love dragons and everything, but like, and then I'm thinking, where the hell am I going to put this, and where's everybody else going to put it? But then I knew about it, and the first time I saw it was at IshCon in August. I saw pictures of it because I think they had just gotten it painted and put together and stuff. So I was shocked at how big it was, and then I got in to shoot it, like, and that was only like a couple of weeks before the con is when I took the pictures, and I had to go to the studio to do it because it was just too delicate to ship to me, even though I'm only like an hour away. It's just too much, so I had to go there. And man, it's impressive. Yeah. It is impressive.
I'll go back to Cloud. Cloud, sorry to interrupt. What were you saying regarding your Instagram?
Fine. I have a series of pictures that there you go. So this was taken in the hall. These were when they had it on display. They have an accessory pack that they're doing with an alternate head and neck. Instead of extended wings, and then that fire piece you're looking at.
They should include that little burnt to crisp guy as well.
So many people say they want that.
Of course.
So there may be they haven't said exactly how they do it, but there may be stretch goals for this. And one of the things when I saw like the main shot that I took, that one,
this
that
one here,
that whole
by the way, online.
That whole rock piece is something they built in house to pose it like that and to obviously display it at the show. I'm like, I want that. So, like, if you can give me like a polystone version of that for to put it on, that'd be great. So they're open to that. They're like, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll give you burnt, crispy skeletons as a stretch goal. So there could be things like that. They're still kind of working it out, but there could be stuff like that.
Okay, so let's go through these pictures that I think from Four Horsemen. So it's 22 inches to the top of its wings. Now these wings are ratcheted as well. There was videos online of them showing you the articulation and how nice it is. 31 inches long, and that's just like with the tail curled up a little bit.
Tail curled up and the head that goes, yeah.
Exactly. So like to its full width, this could be 50 inches, right? From head to tail.
It's almost 6 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could lie down on the ground. That would be your height, which is great.
It's about my height long.
Sorry. That's taller than me.
You could ride this. You could literally ride this dragon, Tanner. Yeah, for sure.
But that's the tail extended all the way straight back. That's the extended neck and the flames coming out the front. You know what I mean? Like, so all of that you don't have to have on there.
If you work it out in Marvel Legends terms, it's Galactus lying down with Giant Man standing up. Those measurements you've just given.
Do you want me to show you something? Does anyone have the NECA Balrog?
No.
No, I've been looking at that for years. Yeah.
Okay, he's right here. So I want to let's see how big he is. So his wingspan is 41 inches, and he's 22 inches in height. So this is probably the closest thing you're going to see as a comparison. But he's absolutely.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Does that not give you nightmares when you get up for a coffee in the middle of the night or something like that?
No, he's my baby.
I think I've been haunted. If I went to get a drink in
my
the middle of the
baby.
night and then that's just in the corner of my room, I'd think of demons.
Yeah.
No.
No, he didn't break.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
Because I've seen those break. Okay.
Yeah. No, you just snap it in place.
Okay.
Put that
This
down.
is something that people are going to underestimate how large this is, but also how manageable it is. Like, you're looking at all of these measurements, like tip to tail, foot to wing, but it really is. They had the one display with it breathing fire, and it was all kind of stretched out, and the wings were out. And I mean, those are normal-sized humans back there, and that thing is gigantic.
They're
but
paid
then
midgets to be there just to make it look bigger.
Just to make it look bigger.
Falling.
The other display, they had it on that rock, and he was kind of like curled in a little bit, and he had his head up, and the tail was wrapped around.
Have they got two of them? Did they have two of them at the show?
Yeah, they had two. Yeah, they did.
There
They
were
put
two,
together
yeah.
two.
Well, there were three, so there were the two
Prototype.
displays, and then they had that
Yeah,
one
they showed the
butter
prototype, yeah.
colored one. And then that one specifically, if you guys check, if you go check my Instagram, it's one of the last pages. I put my hand on the table next to the head. Like, the head must sit like this, and for scale, my hands are 8 inches long. To give you an idea, it's just the head, which is tiny on that thing, but my hand is 8 inches from the palm to the tip. That's got to be at least 6.5 inches long, just the head itself. I wanted to pick it up, but I was scared to ask Eric if I could touch it.
Yeah, that little display there, just with the little burnt to crisp guy and the broken, like, even the tail breaking all of like the walls and stuff, looks crazy. California Red Devil in the chat says, "I'm confused. I thought these were articulated or what? Okay, I don't know what that is about."
All right, articulated. All right, okay. California.
I don't know what that is about. Sorry if I've curled anything there. This is my own.
No. It's
proofreading stuff. California Red Devil, what are you doing? Robo says it's very huggable though. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Look at it. How spiky it is.
Very pointy.
Yeah, that it looks epic. Right, let's just go around the board then, as we've got a full house here, and just see if they have any intention of getting this, and their quick thoughts on this massive dragon. I'll keep Trevor's picture up as we go around the board. So where's Trevor's glorious picture? Because this is how it was revealed to us online. It was like that. So Michael, we'll start with you. I wonder what Michael's going to do, considering he's just showed us that massive thing he has in his room. Michael, do you have any interest in this giant dragon?
No, not
I didn't think so.
that. Yes, I'm getting it. When they, you know how people post on YouTube reactions, I just lost everything because I took Friday off and I watched the whole 4.5 hour stream.
You should have done an Instagram live or something. I would want to see.
Oh my
these
gosh,
reactions.
I flipped out because when what Cloud was saying, they had these banners behind them and they were removing them, and they went behind the curtain, and I was like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they going to show it? Are they going to show it? Are they going to show it? Is this really it? Is this really it? And then they did, and I think it's glorious. And the fact that we're potentially going to get 4 others, hopefully, I welcome it. So I cannot wait to have him. And he's going to have a best friend. Him and Balrog will be best friends. So,
yeah, very cool. Very good. Let's keep going around. Let's go to Jay, because I know Jay loves this stuff. Jay wants it. I know Jay wants it, but like
he's already got the space worked out somewhere. He's already got it set up. Right? He's ready to go.
He's thinking about it.
If you go to the chat, you'll see the better half Cheeky Monkey Kiara's comment there with regards to the space for
she
it.
She says, "Do we need a dragon to welcome guests to our house?"
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
So the hallway apparently is where this potentially would be going. So do I want it? Yes, I do want it. I was the same as Michael. I was like, I've been hoping all year they do they do a dragon. Kiara knows that. She's like, you're going about that damn dragon. I was like, well, hopefully they'll do it. And then as Cloud said, they finished the regular toy reveals, didn't reveal the dragon, went on to some other things for a couple of hours. So I just left the stream on in the background in the office when I went into the toy room. And then I started hearing this commotion, and I'd just come back in to see Jeremy pulling these curtain backs, and I was like, oh, they've gone and done it. There it is. This massive thing comes out, and I was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. So it looks fantastic. Yes, I would absolutely love it. And I think I probably need to step it up for the UK, because if a lot of these don't come to the UK, everyone's going to see it. I'm going to have people around to see a dragon. So I feel a community spirited. I may have to get
dragon. We're going to have a dragon view party at Jay's house.
My only concern is on the fact that it's going to be a crowdfunder, I do believe, through Four Horsemen, but that means I'll have to buy it from the Four Horsemen. So the international shipping, I'm just dreading that it's going to be like $200 shipping on top of whatever the price will be. That's what's concerning me.
I don't know if they're going to work something out with some people. I don't know. We'll see. I know that's going to be a concern for them as well, but you never know what they're going to do for that. But
they're thinking about
geography, unfortunately, does work against us for these smaller independent companies. Like we've had the same issue with Mondo recently, where they didn't do anything for international buyers. It's just, sorry, you live across the side of the pond, which is, again, it's nobody's fault, but it's just a little bit annoying that they don't acknowledge or try and do something. But yeah.
Did you see Jamie's comment?
What did Jamie say? Jamie says this dragon could be the ring bearer at your wedding.
At the wedding.
That's right.
There we go. I think we need to get somebody international. So if Cloud, Trevor, Kurt, or Michael could come over to the UK to come on these conventions, if you could pack this as like your luggage and bring one with you, that might be
cheaper. It might be cheaper to get.
Why not two?
Yeah. Kurt, can you personally courier this for Jay across the pond?
Yes,
I will be happy to do so.
Yeah, it might be.
I'll offer lodging for anyone that brings it to me.
We could talk about that, Jay.
Yeah, right,
we can talk about it.
Right, Tanner, considering you are the scale that you could ride this damn thing, do you have any interest in a dragon?
You and me both, Tanner, by the way.
Seriously, if I would love to say yes, I do want it, but I have nowhere to put it.
This would terrify
the
your
fact
cat.
It's taller than me. Is that I could ride my little 8-month-old nephew on it and take pictures of him at the night. Yes.
Right over your shoulder there, you've got two hats and a picture there on the wall. That's a shelf right about like the level of your cabinets right there. There you go.
That's above my bed. If that shelf falls down, that dragon's crushing my skull.
But Tanner, what a way to go, right? I mean, come on.
Death by dragon.
He's going to sit on my couch.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, just sit there, arm around him, just pat him on the head or something. I mean, I'm on a bit of a dragon hype because I finished watching House of Dragon in the past week as well. So, and seeing this, and after watching that and Game of Thrones, I mean, I've got the McFarlane's Game of Thrones dragons, which I absolutely despise. But if I did get this could be like a father figure to those dragons, and it will make it like.
Hang it from the ceiling, wings out. Give it the bed. Just give it the bed, and you can curl up in the corner.
I'll sleep on the floor next to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
This will be the crown jewel, and if anyone owns it, this will be the crown jewel in their collection.
Look, bottom line, this is a 112 dragon. Basically, it's a dragon. It will go into any collection you desire. If you want to collect a dragon in this scale, this will do the job. Like, whatever.
I'm not trying to be a shill here, but this is going to be like flag level epic. You know what I mean? Like iconic in the toy world. You know what I mean? For all the people who didn't get the flag when they were a kid or whatever, like this is on that level. I think it's going to be like toy history, basically. You know
exactly.
I mean?
That's what draws me to it more so than like, do I have space or need the dragon? It's more a fact of like, just as a big fan of this toy community that we're in, like I know the appeal of this and how desired and what it represents. Like that's what draws me to it. Just the pure epicness of it. Imagine this going up against the 6 Sentinels that we plan on buying. Do you know what I mean? Like just the crazy world that we live in.
I will be photographing Hedgehog Action. The aforementioned Hedgehog Action has the USS flag, so I will be photographing it. on the flag,
Wow,
or in
It's
some way,
amazing.
shape, or form.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
will look even more intimidating against the 3 3/4 inch scale collections. Like
Yes, yes.
Just
Just
swallow
GI
them.
Joe's burning on the deck of this thing.
that's
Planes exploding.
That's the world colliding that I can get behind for sure. Let me, sorry, not to jump over you, Cloud, but I'm just curious what Robert thinks. Robert, another UK guy who's just about to buy his first Mythic Legion. How about you make the leap to the dragon?
Well, according to the chat, I'm getting 4 by one count.
When I announced the groups of Legion this week, we only had a couple of the UK guys in here, so I just picked Robert at random, and I was like, yeah, Robert's, by the way, he's getting 4 of these dragons, and because the chat didn't really know where Robert lies with Mythic Legions, they just sort of believed me and were like, wow, Robert's getting 4 of these. So yeah, Robert's getting 4 of these.
No, I sorry to disappoint, but it's something that I can see from afar, and it does look amazing. I give it all the credit, and like the pictures probably won't do it the justice it deserves even now. But no, I can quite safely say I will be looking at it from afar, but enjoying everybody else's enjoyment as well.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Kurt, you've seen it. So you were at the event. You've seen it. So what do you think of it? Does seeing it in person at least make you want it? Like, where do you lie?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is incredible. And I have some really nice pieces in my collection, and you guys have enabled me to do some things I never thought I'd be doing. But I am a Lord of the Rings guy. Everybody knows that. And this dragon needs to be red, not green.
There will be one.
I need
You'll get
smell.
one.
So I know that doesn't help sell this dragon, Trevor. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but you can have somebody paint it. Somebody will paint it red. You know that'll happen. So
I know if I gave this to Machu, he would do me that favor.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
For a price. I mean.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's for me. That's my only on the fence with the thought that they might do more than one, and that maybe this is the grand poobah of all of them, and maybe the others could potentially be smaller.
Yeah.
I've got 3 3/4 Hobbit figures, and I would love to put Bilbo Baggins in a display with this, with a room of gold and cave.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have Star Wars centerpieces, but that would be my childhood. That would be my adulthood. And I'm coming to Birmingham to celebrate it all when it happens, right? Like I'll be on the Tolkien Trail hanging with all of you. And I'll have Jay's version in my suitcase.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, yeah. So you're gonna have
Kurt, you can ride it to fly all the way home.
That's right.
You need to start.
Yeah, I love it though. I mean, the detail is so impressive. The armor, the wings, the tail, and the displays were gorgeous to promote it. Trevor's pictures, of course, they do it justice. I have.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, they really do.
Thanks, man.
You did tremendous work, and
it doesn't show the scale. That's the problem. When people see it in person, it's just like, wow, this thing is massive, and you can't convey that really, in a picture. But I think this would look amazing. I mean, who knows that they won't offer it in a different color at some point. There's supposed to be 5 in the lore. I got a feeling, and this is not insider knowledge, that there'll be different types. So while there may be some reuse from this in may say the hands or the tail or maybe parts of the legs, I don't think they'll do 5 of these. You know what I mean? I think this may be, good Lord, I hope it's the biggest. Who knows? But
they could do add-on packs for it, change out the wings or change out the head or whatever you said. So.
Yeah, and third-party people will be making. People wanted saddles, and they're in the lore, these are gods. They're not something that you're going to tame and ride. So you want saddles? Somebody third party is going to make a saddle for it for sure. You know what I mean? So
that was the.
But
most
it would be great
talked
to
about
be a smog
element.
too.
Sorry, Trevor. That was the most talked about element I heard people saying. Saddles.
Yeah.
I can see why. It'll be cool to see that in like display form. Now, Cloud, whether you can at this moment is not the question, right? Let's just dream for a minute. Let's just dream.
So,
Do
yeah.
you want this in your collection?
I do. I've honestly been fighting with this since the idea came up. Like, where would I put something like this? And it's something everybody asks. And somebody kind of put it into perspective for me, saying that it would fit across the top of 2 Detolfs. So if I can rearrange my room the way I would like to, the Detolfs I have will be next to each other, and that would give me the space to put Beathir on top of that. Space providing, it's one of my favorite looks for a dragon, the green dragon. I like how he's the dragon of wood. So if they are going to do 5 of these, I'm glad that my favorite one would be first, outside of red dragons, black dragons, blue dragons, white dragons. This would be the one I would pick. I'm going to try. More immediately is the new wave, because I want that as well. So I have to see if I can even go all in on that before I can start thinking about payment plans on dragons. So that's it's in the back of my mind. But more importantly is the Reign of the Beast wave. I want to see if I can maybe figure out some kind of way to make that happen. But Beathir's leaning yes, but I really have to find the space for it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I've seen a few people in the chat just say price. Price has not yet been determined.
No
one will know until January.
Above more than 250, less than 650. I was told at the convention they had gotten a quote from the factory that they did not like. So they are going back and trying to figure out ways to maybe like, what do they call it? Like roto sculpting, like the trolls are like hollow.
Yeah.
So maybe doing certain parts like that because it's less material, it's less weight.
Less weight.
So they're really putting a lot of thought into this. I can see it easily being the cost of a wave, like in the $500 range, because there's the dragon and then there's the accessory pack with the alternate wings, the alternate head, and the flame effects. So all in all, I would say if it's less than like $550, I'll be astounded. But that's kind of what I'm expecting, is it to be like wave priced.
Yeah, my guess is, and I don't know, but my guess is in the 550 range for all in. For everything. So if you don't need the flame, if you don't need the extra head, if you just want to get the dragon because it's a dragon, then I don't know how they'll break that up. Maybe it's 450 and 100, maybe it's 4 and 150. I have no idea. But I got a feeling it's if Jeremy's saying it's significantly less than 650 and significantly more than 200, I think it's that sweet spot's right in the 500 to 550 range, somewhere in there.
If
so
pre-orders January, it will be an open pre-order for at least a month, I think. And there's also payment options now on the site as well. So it might end up first charge being February, so you've still got a few months for that maybe, and then you can break that down. And again, like you can again, these are all first world problems for toy collectors, as we know. But if you really want it, there's ways you can make it work. But it still stings. Of course, it still stings.
It's still that space, though. I gotta find the space for it to justify it.
Look, that's a future Cloud
Cassie's
problem.
gonna kill me.
Look,
no, it's an immediate Cloud problem.
I've got a helicopter on my floor upstairs. I wasn't worrying about that last year when I brought it.
I'll just clear this, and Beathir can sit next to me. You know what? Actually, this is a decent sized space that's not being used.
Trevor, would it be?
If I clean up my desk, he can sit here.
Trevor, would it be a stupid question asking if you are going to get this?
Nah, it's a pass for me. No interest. No, yeah, I'm getting. Yeah,
you're literally someone who's had hands on, like over everybody. You've touched this thing. You've took pictures of it. Like, that may just make you want it even more.
Yeah, it's something that I'm going to, again, space, man. I mean, not even space to display it. I'll find that. That's fine. I can do one, but I have a problem. I want a couple of these at least. And I may go as far as to buy like 3 of them, so that if somebody like a Cloud or something, it's like down the line, wants one, I can help somebody out with that or something. But not to flip, I think there's gonna be a lot of people after this comes out, though. I've said that after buying 2 Sentinels and 2 Galactuses, and that have basically gone down in price. I think people are gonna want this. You know what I mean? I think there's gonna be some people who are not into the line, who skip it or don't know about it, and are gonna want it post. So buy 3. is my
people's
advice.
collecting
It's a good
habits
reason to buy
change.
multiple.
Like people change their collecting ways. I always say we make rules to break rules, because right now, someone is watching this that's not into Mythic Legions. But you give it 12 months, they buy that first one like Robert's brought, then he buy that first.
It happens all the time.
Buys into a third. Now you want this dragon. Do you know? Like it's just of course, there's going to be people. That
And then you wind up here.
Yeah. And then,
Perfect example of that. Michael, when did you start your Mythic Legions collection?
Don't answer that, because you'll make both of us look bad.
So I bought Alder the Moose probably 2 years ago, and then I got the 4 main trolls shortly after that, and that's all I had up until April. So between April and I have a big shipment arriving tomorrow, I will have gone from 5 to 183.
I'm not counting mine.
That's how it happens.
yeah.
I
See?
feel so much better. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This was
All right.
my first one.
All right, FOMO of
Just
real
takes
people,
one.
said Kevin. Yeah, for sure. Again, every collection starts with one. Do you reckon Jay's only going to really buy that one Mega Man? Yeah, right? Or what's it? He's going to have a Mega Man Cube before we know it. All right, cool, people. As I said, Legions take over for Group 1 for sure. Let me play the theme tune one more time. Where is it?
Let's do it.
Where is it? Here we go. There is a longer version, by the way. That's just the version I cut for the.
I have to have that shirt.
Yeah,
I have to have that shirt.
Well, mate, I'll get the logo. I'll get the logo somewhere for sure.
Am I the only one that didn't hear anything with regards to
I
that?
didn't hear it
either.
either.
It's
No, we can't hear it on our end.
It's do you know there was a button I've pressed to make it change. Maybe I need to try that. Let me try again. Let me try again, just for the people in the Zoom call.
Oh yeah, it was playing your regular music, I guess. Yeah.
I heard it for sure. Right, one sec. Let me have a look. Yeah, okay. We'll just keep going all day. All right, good times, people. Good time. Yeah, I did that on purpose, Michael. Did that on purpose. All right, good stuff. Go around the board, tell the good people where they can find you online. But as I said, I always appreciate your insight. I am definitely, just as a toy fan, I'm always following along with the Legions world. I may not indulge myself as much as someone like Michael, for example. I'm more on Robert's scale. I think I've got one and a horse, I think. But they didn't reveal anything cosmic, did they? So no figures. Okay, I knew it. I was curious if I missed anything. That's all. I think the dragon's good enough, to be fair. Right, Michael, where can the good people find you online? Good stuff. Jay? Jay, I don't know how you keep up, Jay, because yeah, that symbiote Spider-Man goes up so quick. Yeah, Tanner. It'll be back. It'll be back in December for sure, 100%, guaranteed, promise. Cloud.
For a few days.
Oh, my bad. I muted everyone.
Trying to figure out how I'm going to buy more Mythic Legions.
My bad. I muted everybody. Michael, bring toys to work. Jay's Toys Collection UK. He's got a new video out on the Mezco News, so go and check that out. You all know Tanner as well. Super Turk 5000. Everyone's link is in the description of this video anyway. Me and Tanner will be back for a Turtle and Tea before the year is out. They heard you, Cloud. I unmuted you as we were talking. Kurt.
MJ Debs fan 33, hanging out with you guys. Loving it.
Good. Robert.
Robert 8643 Thompson on Instagram.
There you go. He's learned. It took him a few weeks, but he's learned his Instagram now. I like it. And last but not least, Trevor.
16_shooter on Instagram, 16shooter on YouTube, on Etsy tomorrow. This is the new 2025 calendar will be live.
Of course,
Not all Mythic Legions. There's a lot of Mythic Legions, but there's some Star Wars, there's some Turtles. So there's a lot of different stuff. So this will be up on my Etsy account, which you can find in my link tree on my account. It's just 16shooter on Etsy. Just look that up, and prints and other things as well.
Very, very cool. I can't believe the year is nearly over. Absolute madness.
I know.
All right, cool. Good stuff, people. All right. You all have the good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are this side of the planet. I'll catch you up with you soon. I'm going to stick here and do all this again and have a Legions decompression of... Just talk about something else. We'll talk about something else for a little bit now. All right. Get out of here, everyone. Get out of here. All right. I'm going to leave the chat open. All right. Let me go back to the chat, actually. Let me say hello to some people. All right. If you're in group 2, start hitting me up with those fresh DMs. Let's get you in. Let's get in. Let's talk about something other than Legion. You're welcome to talk about Legions if you really want to. Like, I don't mind. But we can take the conversation anywhere you want in the world of toy news. It's not been a crazy, couple of weeks in regards to, breaking toy news. But there's always a few little nuggets out there worthy of conversation. So yeah, if you're in group 2 and you have something you particularly want to mention, please do. Group 2 is Jamie, Cull, Craig, Z-Man, David, John and Dale. So that's Jamie, Cull, Craig, Z-Man, David, John and Dale. You start hitting me with those fresh DMs, I will get you in. We will talk some toys and then we will race some ducks to see out the show as we always do. Now Amanda, she's went out for a roast dinner, I think, today, but she wants me to watch I'm a Celebrity with her, because that starts tonight, right? So I said that I would, because I'm a nice guy, and I think that's on at about 10 o'clock, so we got until about 10 o'clock, okay, people? I hope that's good with you. It's about an hour, just about an hour and a half, I think we can sneak out. There's not too much Marvel Legend news, basically just the reissues, essentially, of the X-Men 97 and also the Spot. And then next week's pre-order is even less toy newsworthy, as next week's pre-order is just the re-releases of the Captain America and Spider-Man in that sort of blue and gold foil packaging. They sort of that collector's line where they just, I don't even know what it's called, but next week's Marvel Legend news, unfortunately, isn't a lot. The next time we get some decent Marvel Legend news will be the Marvel Hasbro live stream at some point in December, which is the date yet to be determined, but we will get a full wave reveal there for sure, and maybe the answer to all of those clues that are out there, because those little teasers and clues that we need answers to. All right, let me go to my I can't believe we're still live, by the way. My thing says we are not live on YouTube, even though we clearly are. I've just realised I actually don't have the button to end my live stream either. Because my Streamlabs thinks I am not live, my button says go live instead of end live. So I've got no way to end my live stream. I'm just forever going to be streaming. I'm now streaming live on my YouTube channel 24 hours a day, it seems, because I don't have a button to end it. Okay, let's get the links out to people. Yeah, yes. Reset, Dale, if you're having internet issues. Reset, it's not a problem. All right, so who so far? 1, 2, 3. Of course, Craig. I'm going to have to search. Craig never pops up. I have to go and search for his name. Go and send him the link. All right, Craig. He'll be working, people. Remember, Craig works, so he'll be a little bit late. There he is. Ready to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Cull. Is Cull around? I haven't seen Cull either. Let's have a little search. Is he watching? Is he about? Oh, Cull. Cull's cave. Let me send that to Cull. Okay. So if I don't get a fresh DM, I have to go looking for people, you see. Don't jinx it, Dan. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to. We should be good. We're still live. Nothing's happened. We're good. Okay, yeah, I was waiting for a red Spider-Man after the final swing suit issue. Okay. Are we good? How many we got? I think so. I think we're okay. Still live. Do I need to go and get another drink? Shall I just keep going? Amanda's not back, is she? I could do with another drink. Do a combined Joe's and Juice and Turtles and Tea stream, perhaps? No, Damien. Good idea, but no. Because some people care about Joe's, some people care about Turtles, and some people don't care about either. So I'll split them up. Craig is not coming on. Okay, that's fine. Who have we got? Let me close some tabs. I've got too many tabs open. Oh, I've closed the one tab I actually needed. That's annoying. Oh well, let me reopen it. Grab a drink, Jan. Do you know what, Jellyfigs? You're right. I'm going to go and grab a drink while I great for group 2. I'll be back in a minute. Let me just... Yeah, I can't escape it. Yeah, I can't escape it, people. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back. Okay, back in the room. Let's get some people in here. Okay, who we got? Right, Craig has said he lied. Oh, there he is, right at the top. Craig, how did Craig get to the top row? There he is. He's made it. I thought you couldn't make it, Craig.
I actually was meant to put calls not coming.
Oh, call's not coming. Oh, okay.
But then it put I'm not coming, so I thought, fuck it, I'll just say I lied.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I hope call's okay. Did the Legion section of the show go on too long for call?
No, he just said he had a few stuff to sort out. So
okay, no problem. All right. Otherwise, I think the rest of you are good though, right? We've got John's, David, Evan, and Smith are all accounted for. Dale's having problems, but we can see his name at least. So Dale's probably going to reappear with a towel wrapped around his head, fresh out the shower, and a Charizard in the background, probably. Right, I think, otherwise we're good. All right, so we heard Craig. Craig's on time, people. I can't believe it. Craig's here. Nice. I'm impressed. Well done, Craig. Well done. We like it.
I actually finished work on time today.
Good man. You're working hard. And let's decompress and talk some toys. I was close. He's revealed no towel, but he looks clean. And the Charizard is there. So I was very close. Right, Z-Man, how are you?
You're halfway there, mate. Okay. Yeah, I'm good, mate. How is everyone?
Okay, Dale's good. Right, Z-Man, back to Z-Man. Z-Man, you good?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, Jamie?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
I'm all good. Is the family, what are the family watching?
The family have just pissed off, but Girls Aloud was just on, so we can't complain.
Okay, no, that's fine. Right, and then we heard from Dale. Dale's all right. David, Evan, and Smith, how are you?
Pal, doing great.
Pal, I appreciate it. And then, last but definitely not least, Compulsive Collector, our friend John. John, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm all good. What's your t-shirt say? Somehow...
It says, somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, that's true. Just Somehow he did.
Yeah, I think the price of space eggs was too high or some dumb shit like that. So
yeah, somehow, and he's back. Well, who knows why? All right, cool. Does anyone here want to talk about Legions? Settle down, everybody. Settle down. Calm down, everybody. Bloody hell, I couldn't hear my own thoughts then. Okay, Z-Man does. Z-Man, you're in the wrong group, Z-Man. You're in the wrong group. This is a Legions free
I've just got one. I technically got two, so now I'm in it, but there we go. That's it.
Okay, right.
No, I dabble in Legions a little bit, yeah.
Okay, we can discuss it if you really want to. But let's just start off with some pickups, people, and then we can go in any direction you want. Craig, you're up top. Let's go first. What you got, Craig?
I've only got one pickup. Well, two actually.
You've been busy, man, working. That's why.
I'll do my first one. Okay. That was the first one for me.
Yeah.
Was Storm Shadow
2.0.
But he come in the same day as this beast of a thing come in.
Oh, so you've got a place to display it at least. Oh, it just about fits.
So, just on my top shelf of my G.I. Joe display, which needs a bit of work. I've got a few done.
I like how each shelf is a different scene. I like it.
But obviously, the helicopter will go on the top. I'm thinking, these new barrier things that we've had that can make walls. Thinking of doing a few walls, like the helicopters landing in a Cobra base or something, maybe.
Nice. That'd be cool.
But there's my bedroom door, so as you come in, you're literally being
shot in the
by
face.
a helicopter. Yeah, pretty much.
Scare off intruders.
So, but it's just amazing. It's a beast. But I've also the figures as well. I haven't opened any of the figures yet, but they just look amazing in the boxes. All together, they just look great. And for the offering we got as well. And bonus, it's the first HasLab I've not had a problem with.
Oh, very good. Very good. That definitely makes the experience more enjoyable.
Yeah, still waiting on my eyes to come, but that's, and then obviously my hiss. I'm actually glad this time they actually wrapped loads of shrink wrap around the actual, and they left the screen on the helicopter.
Yeah.
Rather than the hiss, you had to put it on yourself, and that's why it kept warping in the boxes, I'm guessing, because it just wasn't wrapped properly, or it wasn't put on the vehicle and then wrapped, which they should have done with the hiss.
To be fair, with this, I think they packaged it really, really well.
Yeah, they've learned from their mistakes, definitely, and like I said, obviously us having to wait that little bit longer just so they make sure it's perfect. Even like the bottom bar that stopped the stand of the helicopter from warping. Just great idea, just to make sure that it's packed properly. But I got time last Wednesday to open mine, and I just shoved it on the top shelf for now. I haven't had a chance to open the figures, as you can tell by the display. The Joes are just everywhere because
time for a rearranged little Christmas project.
Yeah. I've got the day off tomorrow, so I think that's going to be my project tomorrow.
Yep.
Is decide on what we're going to do with some of the Joes and that. So at least two shelves out of 4 are done. So no one's brought me a fish tank yet. So
I do apologise. I do apologise.
I've only got one diver anyway, so it's pointless at this point. I've got more people to put in the snow. I'm waiting for Gerard.
I'll get you one of those tiny little fish tanks. Do you know that you put a goldfish in? Do you know one of those little, the ones that you get cocktails and stuff?
I don't think it would quite work if I had Torpedo hanging in just a goldfish bowl on his own.
It could work. He's still in water, right?
Give him a little tiny castle in the corner and some stone.
Put an actual goldfish in it as well. Pretend it's a piranha in your world setup.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be cool.
I can't even look after myself, Dan, let alone a goldfish.
Look, you're surviving this far long. You're fine. You're fine.
We have some vegetarian piranhas in our fish tank called silver dollars.
Where can we see your fish tank, Jamie?
It's off at the moment, but I can turn it back on.
You don't have to turn it on. I'm just curious how big it is. Oh, you can display some G.I. Joes in that. That's for sure.
We can get Joes in there. Yeah.
Get yourself a torpedo.
I was going to say, since when do you get vegetarian piranhas as well?
They're called silver dollars. They're basically the same family, but they don't eat meat.
They don't sound as intimidating, to be fair. To be honest, I would
No,
not be scared of vegetarian piranhas. Z-Man, let's go across to you. Z-Man, any pickups?
Oh, you caught me at a good time. I got a lot to go through, but I'll be quick.
Okay.
So I already showed the Mythic Legions. What was it? Deluxe Barbarian Army Builder.
Okay, you're in the wrong group to know any of us to know who the hell that is. Like,
Well, it's
Cloud is
just
not here
a,
to translate for me. I have
something.
no idea.
It's just a barbarian. I was just like, oh, he looked cool.
Okay, cool.
Then special thanks to Mark Tac for letting me know. But the Operation Monster Force, I got Declan Van Helsing. So that's pretty good.
And you forgot to use your new discount code.
Yeah, I know. And I'll use it for the other guy, so don't worry.
Just trying to save you a bit of cash there, Z-Man.
Exactly. I should have. I was just like, I saw the email, and I was just like, I'll just get it. And then I was like, telling everyone else, oh, use the code. And I was like,
got your shipping paid for. Never mind.
But yeah, next time. And then just pick this up, the Ape Face Transformers Siege. I know you were talking about Transformers, so
literally,
there's more.
The evening last night, transforming some of my Siege figures for my nephew, because of course I turn him into a robot, and then he comes up to me and goes, "Can I have it as the car?" And then 2 minutes later, he comes up to me and goes, "Can I have it as the robot again?" And I'm like, "No, just stick to one mode." So yeah,
instructions on hand, Dan. Instructions on hand,
I
Lord.
went through boxes to try and find my instructions, and luckily I'm organised and knew exactly where to find them. So yes, I had my instructions in hand.
Yeah, I've put all my instructions like at one place, so if I need to transform one to change the display, I just know where to look.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is crazy. So did you only get Siege or?
Yeah, so when Siege came out a few years ago, I collected a few of the Siege, and then they moved into the Kingdom one with some of the Beast Wars stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then I got some of that, and then it was like the Rise of Earth Rise or whatever it was called, the third.
I was the same.
Yeah, Earthrise.
I collected them.
So that was the third part of the trilogy, so I didn't really get anything from the Earthrise, and then they moved into the Legacy, and they went all over the place. So my collection for Transformers is very much Siege and like Beast Wars. So yeah, I've got a lot of characters. So I've got a whole display for ages, like an actual full cube, but I took them all down when I had to rearrange the room. But I do like them.
Yeah, because I think Siege was my first full wave where I got, the mainliners, and then it was a tough one to get Shockwave because he was that, leader. I think it was leader price, but he's a Voyager.
Oh,
but he had all that.
The purple guy.
Yeah, purple guy.
Yeah, I picked him up.
But I eventually got him just as they announced a cell shaded single, Voyager release, and I was like, I don't care. It works with the Siege lot. But
I introduced my nephew to the show on Netflix because he's just seen the film, so he was sort of saying mine doesn't look the same as what he now thinks is Optimus Prime from the show.
Yeah.
So I literally went on Netflix and was like, look, watch this show. My toys look like the show. Do you know, I was trying to, and then every single bad guy that appears, he goes, Is that Megatron? Is that Megatron? Is that Megatron? I'm like, no, wait, you'll know. Like, honestly, kids are hilarious. But yeah, they're fun.
Well, and then the others are all more Transformers. So I've got this, one of the rock guys from Legacy. Got a Studio Series, Alligator from the movie. This is all from In Demand, by the way. They had a massive sale, so.
Did you use your the Dan Who discount code?
In Demand? Do you have a code for In Demand?
I don't. I hope.
If you did, then I'll be using it crazy.
I don't. I was just curious.
Legend Guy 01, that's what.
Yeah, I wish.
The last one. There you go.
Do you have all these on display?
I have my Transformers on display. I have a few. I have one big one where it's all the Autobots and Decepticons, and then I have one dedicated Beast Wars and Beast Wars adjacent. So I've gotten a lot of Beast Wars stuff or Beast Formers. Now I'm just like, oh, Marvel Legends, you might need to be taking a step back.
Everyone goes through phases, my friend.
Yeah, but that's it for me.
All right, good stuff. Okay, Jamie.
So I'm going to go to something that you know nothing about again.
Let me guess. Is it okay? Wait, is it Doctor Who? You usually show Doctor Who stuff off.
It is.
It
yes.
is Doctor Who. Okay, cool.
It's the standard version of the 15th Doctor.
Okay.
This is the one that will be available in the shops and stuff. I just preferred the costume to the exclusive.
To be fair, the Doctor Who line is quite consistent. Then you're still getting new products and new characters, right?
Oh yeah. It's few and far between, but they are coming.
Oh, fair play.
And then I blame Mondo. So I picked up those guys.
All 4 of them.
I'm still waiting for Winston. But...
So is he. He's a big Ghostbusters fan.
He is. He's a pain in the arse. That is me, basically. Those guys and the Doctor.
Honestly, I'm always paranoid. You just can hear Ted, but I'm upstairs. But Ted's always barking. Always anything. Fucking someone walks past our house, he barks his head off. Very territorial.
His favourite person is the postman. He's awful with the postman.
Trust me, Ted's the same. Dale?
Pickups wise, I got the Strange Tales wave. They're all in storage. I got no visual references.
You're on Legends of NECA. We know what the Strange Tales wave look like. It's all good. Who's your favourite in that wave?
Apart from I got it for Black Hat, so I got the full wave. Apart from him, probably would definitely Dracula. I do like the Moon Knight as well, though. The Moon Knight's really good.
Did anyone, when you got them in hand, anyone surprise you that looked nicer in person than you, like someone you wasn't excited about, but looked good?
I'll be honest, I've not properly got them all. I got all the bath pieces that I put Black Hat together, and I've just sort of left them in the boxes. But it's like I say, Moon Knight. I've got a couple of Moon Knights anyway, so I didn't need a new one, but I think this is my favourite one.
This is the West Coast Avengers style Moon Knight.
Yeah, I like that one. Other than that, I got a new Wolverine the other day. I've got a little vision.
The knockoff one. There's hate.
No. I am thinking about getting that though. To be honest,
Oh yes, the movie one. Yes.
Yes. But Deadpool's not yet, is it?
They got delayed until early December. Again, distribution's a mess in the UK right now.
It doesn't bother me. I don't mind waiting. We've basically got that figure already, haven't we? So, and then this really surprised me. This is really good. The Odin.
Yep.
Very chunky. I love a good Viking. A little bit Mythics. It could fit in with like a Mythic Legions display, I reckon. But I did start collecting. I've only got a couple of them, but some Lego dragons. Weirdly.
Okay. Is that the Ninjago line?
It is. Yeah. I'm all in on the dragons. I'm going to collect them all at some point. I got 2 of them. The ones I've put it away in the box, but yeah, I'm definitely not back to Legions. I'm definitely all in on the dragon. I'm definitely getting that. Even if I'm eating rice for all year, that'll be fine. 'Cause I need that. I'm not all in on Legions, but I've got a few of them. But yeah, that's pretty much all my pickups. Yeah, for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, UK wise, just for the people in the chat, anyone curious, it's been a little bit slow this month for the UK. We had a lot of stuff hit in October. We had like an October rush with the Joes and Legends, but in November, everything that was due, which wasn't a lot, has all been pushed till December. So the Deadpool wave, the Secret Wars wave, all got pushed. I think the only thing still due for November is the next Spider-Man wave into the Spider-Verse, which again is old news to you guys in the US. So yeah, it's been a slow month for just stuff hitting in November, but there's plenty of stuff coming on of course. It's just that collector mentality of like, this has arrived, now what's next? But yeah, just a slow month, that's all. David?
Well, I have a ton of Mythic Legions pickups. No, I don't.
I knew you. I just you couldn't even pull that off. You couldn't even pull that off. I could see it in your face.
So yeah, I mean, anyone that might have tuned into last night's Collected Justified stream knows that I'm a broke bitch right now. I've ordered CMD Store, our friends, our lovely neighbors from Canada.
Boo!
Boo! Yes, CMD.com. They got in a bunch of new Batman stuff from that Batman 1966 wave, which I know my friend Kurt K in the first group is a fan of. So I'm expecting that delivery tomorrow. The animated series Maxi Zeus Build-A-Figure wave went in stock on CMD, so I'm expecting that tomorrow. But
Does anyone in the US
kinda...
buy from US stores anymore? Does everyone just go straight to Canada?
There's been, I mean, I've been to Target like I want to say 6 times in the last 2 weeks, and seen nothing of this Maxi Zeus Wave, which is supposed to be exclusive to Target, and can't find it. So I'm not going to order on Target's website because they're crazy, and CMD got it. So I'm just going to make it a seamless experience and just have it delivered to my door. I ordered it Friday, Saturday, and it's already here tomorrow. So
that's terrible. That's terrible. They need to close those borders or something. Professor Soundwaves, he says Canadian here. He says jealous. LOL. No, I'm not jealous. Definitely not jealous of David's Secret Wars figures. No.
Yeah, I mean, since I was last on, I think I got the Secret Wars figures, but I filtered them in already. So like Beyonder, I just put up on the wall. He's there between Galactus and the Stan Lee and the Fantastic Car display up there. And I started a Secret Wars shelf there with a bunch of villains, and Destiny 2-pack Rogue is sitting in there waiting for some other heroes.
Yep.
So I picked up an additional Hawkeye from the Sky Cycle pack so that he can go in there and support the Secret Wars team and Captain America. And then I did pick up the Road Pig figure from G.I. Joe, a line that I don't collect because of this good boy here, Raucus. Love every animal that G.I. Joe releases. And other than that, just picking up some little cheap things at Five Below. There's like a cinema stand set of like popcorn and things that I'll use for dios and photos to stay fun. And since I'm getting the Wonder Woman 66 figure tomorrow, I'm not looking forward to her little lasso. So I picked up it's called Decorative Wire at a craft store, which is gold and it's bendy. So I'll just be able to make a little lasso for Wonder Woman.
Very nice.
Yeah,
nice little trick. I did the same for Spidey webs. I got some bendable thin spider wire. It works, does the trick. I got a couple Spider-Men dangling. You can probably see one there, dangling up. There you go. All right, good stuff. John?
Yeah, I got a few things. I got classified Storm Shadow. This won't go into my classified display, and I don't usually buy figures that I'm not going to add to the shelves, but I've always really liked the V2 look for Storm Shadow, and I just thought this was such a good update that I would have it on hand for like a photo here and there or something like that. Not a whole lot in the way of action figures. I did get, to go along with the Monster High Wednesday, I got Enid. I held off on this one.
Is that her mate? I've not seen the show yet. Is that her friend?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you need to watch the show.
No, I will.
It's really good. And that one I had a feeling I would be able to pick up for less than Wednesday if I held off, and I did. It's down to like 27 and change on Amazon now, so that was a little bit better than 40. I got the Black Series Moff Gideon helmet from.
Didn't even know they were doing that one.
Yeah. This is I really like this, and this gives me hope that they will eventually do from the Clone Wars the Mandalorian helmets where they added horns to the helmets because Darth Maul was in charge of Mandalore at the time.
Is that the Death Watch ones?
Black Series.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that they will eventually do that helmet, and then I got this ridiculous large thing. Like, oh my god, it's massive.
Where are you putting that, John? Oh, you've actually put the decals on. You're the first person I've seen brave enough to actually put them on.
You know, the zombie decals were just too fun to not add them to the front of the chopper. I had to go for it. And
it does look good.
I took a photo of Wild Bill and Glenda before I put them in the cockpits, and the harnesses are such a pain in the ass. That is where they are going to be until I die.
I agree.
John,
go on.
Phil, when you pick that up, can you do the helicopter noise as you pick it up again?
No.
I was absolutely doing that. I got no shame. I was absolutely doing that around my house.
I was spinning the rotor around. It's very rattly when you. It makes a lot of noise. And like my only. It's a very small nitpick, but the blast effects don't fit the weapons that they had originally said they would. So it's kind of. I wish there were more blast effects with it. Basically, like the way they ended up doing it. I wish there was a couple more of each of the smaller ones. So that just everything could be unloading at once. And honestly, if they did like an expansion pack that came with a few more of the blast effects, I would certainly buy that. Like,
I find them blast effects are curling at the ends. I've heated them up and straightened them out, but they keep curling at the ends.
The ones that came with the Dragonfly?
Yeah.
Mine are like super rigid. I don't know.
Mine are okay as well. I've not had that issue yet. Maybe it's how's your room, Craig?
Like that. I've heated them up. I've pulled them down, and both of the medium-sized ones for the cannon.
Show it to the camera again, Craig.
Is curling on the end.
Oh, it is absolutely curling. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
interesting.
I've straightened it out and everything.
Have you been using it to pick your nose?
Yeah, it's just nothing.
It's funny, Craig, you were talking about like the packaging and how things were wrapped in like plastic wrap and stuff in there. As I was unboxing it, I was just thinking, oh my God, these poor factory workers are like, I hate these fucking nerds. Like, why do I have to do this?
Thing is, though, that's the only little nitpick I have on this compared to my last, like I said, my last HasLab. The whole canopy was broke, so. You know,
and I
really
like the blast effect for the large missile. Like, I think that's amazing. Like, they did a really good job with that. Like I said, I just wish that they had kind of fit a little bit more like how they had described, and then had a couple more small ones, so that even better, something specifically for the nose cannon that looks like all three barrels are like in different stages of having fired a shot.
I see what you're saying. Like it as it goes round, it like a blast would. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah. They if you've got the other Joes, like what's that Cobra set where I can't remember, Scrap Iron, is it, where he has the drone with all the blast effects?
Yeah, I haven't pulled any of those out to see how that would work with it. I did get just one of the effects that came with, I think, one of the Steel Brigade troopers.
This guy, Dan.
Yeah, possibly. I think all of his stuff port in it to some degree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's got that thick port at the end, so he might.
I think that
rockets.
I think that would only fit like the rocket launchers or something like the big cannon that you mount to the side of it. It originally said that that like the medium size effect would fit that, but it doesn't. Like it has the port for the smaller effect.
I also
but
thought...
again,
it doesn't even fit the rockets. So off the Scrap Iron doesn't even fit the rockets.
So, do you know those rockets that Craig's holding up there? I thought that they would come with blast effects that you could pour in the so it looks like they're blasting out. Do you know at the minute where it's coming out the back? I thought they'd have a similar effect like the bigger rockets where you can have it mid-blast.
Not where it's launching, but the middle effect will port into the back of it to look like it's in the process of beginning to launch.
Yeah.
So that's about all you can do with that. I actually have one on the other side of the Dragonfly. But again, these are minor nitpicks. Agreed. Overall, it's fucking toy of the year, and it was only $25 more than a small little talk show set that you get from some shitty company with a Robert De Niro figure. So whatever, you guys can buy that garbage if you want to.
But we can literally show that off straight away. By the way, I'm
gonna open my drink now. That I didn't want to have it open before I moved that Dragonfly back and forth.
So yeah, what John's referring to, and this multiverse, DC multiverse from McFarlane, and we're all familiar. D-Man's got a lot of them on his display. They have released this 2-pack figures and like a little display base of the talk show from the first Joker movie. The second movie has clearly not got as much hype from critics and fan audiences, I don't think at all. I've seen it. I didn't care for it, to be honest. Now, this
biggest loaded swaddle.
I think this looks like a cool display. Like for what it represents, it looks cool. Like if you're a fan of the Joker movie and you want to have this as a singular display on the shelf, does this look cool? Yeah, of course it does. But you'd think that looks cool for like what, 40, 50 quid?
Yeah, 60 quid at most. I was thinking.
Yeah. This is going
Nice little set, yeah.
for pre-order for £250. And the likeness to Robert De Niro is not the best.
That looks like fucking Dan Rather. That's not Bobby
He
De
looks
Niro.
more like the Penguin.
So
That just looks like Penguin, yeah.
the money can't be going on likeness rights because it ain't gone there. You get the free faceplates for... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not into the DC Multiverse line. Have they released this Joker single pack? No. So this is the only way to get this Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Will they release it single packs after they've got put this
Definitely.
up for pre-order?
I think there's an announced single pack one.
Okay.
I think there was a revealed one. Yeah.
So you're essentially buying this with a display base. And how much would a set like this be usually? About 40 quid? Yeah?
50.
Yeah, 50 quid.
50
Okay.
maybe.
So you're paying an extra $200 for that. Right?
Well, not just that.
Oh, wait.
Don't
this.
forget. Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you don't
Manifesto.
want. the stuff
Poster.
the stuff that
How
no
many
one
people are
wants.
going to buy that?
Well, this is what we're going to find out, I suppose.
Basically, I
wait,
bought
tell me.
two
That's
two
all.
of his Batmobiles for the exact same, well, less than that. 80 quid each was the two
McFarlane
Batmobiles.
have acknowledged this. McFarlane did put out a statement on their Instagram and sort of acknowledged that they're aware the community is not a fan of the price, but they didn't really explain exactly why, but they just sort of said that this was the only way they could do it. For who?
Yeah, they were like,
Don't do it
because of the film's nature and that stuff, that's why they had to work within their whatever. Which I'm like, if it's because of the film, then don't do it. But I think this is Warner Brothers.
Was the Joker R-rated 18 plus?
Yes,
was it?
yeah.
It is.
Okay, so this would be the only... So maybe he wasn't allowed in the license to do figures based on a property of that scale because he's making toys, and obviously they want to maximize their profit on toys, and toys need to be sold to +4 age group. So maybe Tide had to find a loophole, and they were like, well, if you hit over this price mark, you can do it. So maybe there is.
Wait, he's just Mortal Kombat figures there.
But that's a different license.
I suppose, yeah. I thought you meant with like the violence.
McFarlane's had figures from the Suicide Squad movies, though?
Yeah.
Those are
rated R.
Is that rated R? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough then. Yeah, I don't know. By the way, I'm not
I
justifying
think
this.
it's just Warner Brothers trying to make a profit from their failure, so they're just like, "Hey, Todd,
I am not justifying
release this, please."
This is too much. This is too much for what it is. Absolutely, for sure.
You're saying it's
the thing is with
not
this-
hashtag justified, Dan?
God damn it.
I am not. I'm not even repeating that.
It'll be in
Not
the
justified,
sales within a
entertaining.
week.
The thing is with this set, it's like they could easily, like I was thinking, they could easily reuse this whole talk show display for a Dark Knight Returns Joker and whatever, because that happens in that in that story where Joker goes on a show, kills the host, and then kills the whole audience. But that's a much better scene. But I'm like, if they want to recoup their costs, and if this does because some people will buy it because but if they wanted to reuse this set, they could easily do it with a Dark Knight Returns tie-in, and then people would actually buy it more because it would be cheaper. There wouldn't be any stupidness.
Does anyone want? Forget the price. Just forget the price.
Nope.
Let's just pretend this is a reasonable priced item of this Joker playset, if you want to call it a playset. Does anyone even want it?
When it was announced, I was like, yes, I want that. Okay. Absolutely. Now, you think you compare that to the Sentinel that they're releasing, Hasbro releasing, it's just night and day, and that is not worth.
It'll be on Amazon for 70 quid in a few months.
Yeah.
No one's buying that.
This makes the Engine of Vengeance look good. Do you know what I mean? Are people Are people making YouTube videos about this as well? Right? Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we did last night, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, we're on YouTube now, so I'm very self-aware of that.
Oh, thanks, John. Damien
It's
Ristori,
justified.
shout out Damien Ristori. I think he stayed up till I don't know what hour it was in the UK, but he was with us all night last night talking about this. I like Jamie. I wanted this when this was announced. I think it's a cool representation of like the best scene of that first movie. But like we were trying to cost this out last night, and like if you did the 2-pack of the figures for $50, and then you did like the walls and the desk and the floor for like $60, that's just $110. So then you throw in this flyer from the comedy club that I could print out from Google Images.
Hang on, this looks like premium paper to me, though. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I don't know.
That is some premium paper. That looks like thick stock.
No.
Printed on an HP printer, that is as well. You can't
Solid
get that
inkjet
anywhere else.
work.
Didn't
Solid
they release
inkjet.
a 3-pack for
The-
with like
the,
Mudman and stuff?
Let's all stop talking over each other, by the way. This is terrible viewership. People watching this are going to be like, well, you guys shut up. So let's do one at a time. So, sorry, let's go to Jamie and then we'll come back to David. Jamie, what were you saying?
Didn't they release like a 3-pack with Batwoman and Mudman and a Batman for like a quarter of the price?
Yeah,
of
they
this?
did.
Face.
It wasn't attached to a movie as such, was it? Go back to David.
I mean, there's this business card of like, excuse my laughter thing. That who the hell needs that? There's the sign for the wall that you can hang on your wall that says "Don't smile."
Hang
And
on.
I'm not. If I'm not smiling, if I'm spent,
I've got a printer
250
underneath me right now. Hang on, let me see if I can create one of these right fucking now, live on YouTube. Give me a second. All right, hang on.
Jay has shed light in the chat.
Go on, read what Jay says while I try and create
So
this.
Jay's put, I think it's the fact that it has to be merch due to the contract, as the director didn't want any merch in the movie, so it has to be a high-end collector's item.
Okay.
Just to clarify, there's been a ton of merch from the first Joker movie, and most of it was not high end stuff. I only know that because a friend of mine's husband, God help him, was really into that movie, and so I got him something from it for Christmas, and there was a huge selection of licensed stuff that was not expensive at all.
It's their excuse because the second film didn't do great.
I think it's because the movie tanked, the sequel tanked so bad, and Todd McFarlane has already spent money to develop this product, and he feels like it's going to be a failure, and so he's going to try to milk the fanboys of the first movie that he can before it drops in price. I swear to God, I think that's all this is.
But does anybody in this chat want to buy this for $250? Anyone?
No.
I wouldn't buy that
yeah,
anyway,
just
but
for the
certainly
Robert
not.
De Niro face. It's the best face Hulk ever.
I'm not spending $250 on this. There's that spiral notebook, and like, is that notebook? The notebook has doodles in it, but like, is it more than like one page of doodles? Like, is it a complete replica notebook of like every page is like doodle?
Anyone in the chat that's wondering, all of this that we're showing on screen are like added incentives that come with it, which are all like meant to be one real scale prop replicas of a poster, a book, a tin sort of "Don't Smile" sign, and a business card. All very cheap stuff, but obviously Todd's trying to make
just filler,
it
yeah.
look like it seemed like there's value. And because me and Todd have a great relationship, he actually sent me one of these posters exclusively to show on the stream today live to show everybody.
Wow.
So this is a 1/1 scale prop replica that I got sent exclusively direct from Todd McFarlane just to hype up this purchase. Absolutely go and buy the realism of this actual poster here that I'm showing.
You've got 40 quid's worth there.
I could tell. Look, listen to that. That is some real good.
Sell that for 300, Dan.
30 quid you'll get for that.
I'm going to put this on my local bus stop, and people are going to be asking, where is the Pogo's Comedy Club? Because this looks so legit. Yeah, this is impressive, Todd. Thank you so much for including this and sending me
It's
the first.
better than the Wicked mistake on their toy.
Yeah.
Does everyone know about that?
Yes. So there you go. Exclusive here on the Dan Who Reviews. Not really review any Todd McFarlane stuff. I think maybe I have a couple of times, but Todd's trying to build relationships, so he sent me this exclusively from this set to show off on today's stream. So I know you're all very jealous in the chat, but that's how premium this set is. Like, you yourself.
So, when you put that up on eBay tonight, what are you charging for that?
This can go for. I'm going to put it as. Do you know? I'm so confident this is going to sell. I'm going to start it as a 99p bid start price because I know this will go crazy money.
For sure.
Crazy
for
money.
sure.
At least £200, right? And then £50, and then that's where the price is. There you go.
Wow.
You know, if you could pop the logo off the wall of that little playset, that'd make for a fun little like TV show set, like for your figures and stuff. And if I could get that for $50 or $60, I mean, I've spent more money on dumb things to take toy photos with one time. Like, sure, fine, but I mean, I don't want the Joaquin Phoenix Joker figure. I certainly don't want the Dan Rather behind the desk. So, like, I just, like I said, I feel like this is. I'm going to try to get as much as I can for this because if we're going to put this out, I'm not taking a bath on it like Warner Brothers took a bath on the movie.
Is there an Oprah figure yet that you could use a playset with?
I don't
probably.
Look, Half-Eye Hank's thinking about starting up his own talk show. So, like, again, at the right price, it could have been more tempting. But the winner of today's duck race, as an extra incentive, will get this exclusive 1/1 scale prop from the Joker movie. That's right. Again, a 1/1 scale prop from the Joker movie. If you watch the Joker film, you will see this within it. There you go. I'll try and keep it. I'll keep it minty.
Even the mug's like twice the size of his hand. He's holding the mug, and it's like twice the size of his hand. Like, why is it so big? It's a mug.
It needs a lot of coffee.
Yeah,
a late night show.
Yeah.
It's the late show, isn't it? So there you go. Yeah, that's a big. It's a pretty big mug. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, that's again. It's overpriced. Like Todd knows it as well. It's like it is what it is. If you want it, you want it. That I'd be genuinely. Does anyone know anybody who's still getting that or buying that?
I mean, I bet Justin will get it.
Yeah. Nope.
Jay will get it as well.
I hope not.
No, Jay's not going to get it. Jay, you're in the chat. Jay, you're not getting this, are you? Don't be stupid. Shelley said that's a Sports Direct mug, but that's a reference that only UK people will understand. But I do appreciate that reference. She's not wrong. Best idea is to wait and see if the logo can ever be popped off.
Yeah, I would need to see somebody do that and then see the price drop.
Who in the community wants to take that sacrifice to actually purchase this? Like anyone?
Props and collectibles have it for props and replicas. They've reduced it to $209 for pre-order, which is strange.
That's
That's still like $250.
Still bad, but
yeah, pretty much
not good. D Hunter reviews probably will. He's a great DC channel, says Damien. Okay, shout out DC Hunter.
He gets everything.
Jay has already ordered it, says Tanner. I don't know if that's true though.
They confirms in the chat he has not.
Okay. Oh, Jay's not got it. Okay, zero interest.
He's already made the room for it.
In Cataculture, definitely not buying this. Yeah, I genuinely don't know anyone who's buying this. Is anyone publicly? Not a clue. Anyway, right. Just again, as we're in Legends of NECA, let me quickly just go over that. The X-Men 97 figures in the UK. Again, I'm just spreading awareness to the UK fans of the Legends because we don't always get told this stuff. Hasbro never told us this would be available in the UK, but it is. Rogue and Gambit have both went back up for pre-order in the UK in all of the places you buy your Marvel Legends. I'm on Star Action figures now, but they're on In Demand. They're on Comic and Cocktails. So if you missed out on Rogue and Gambit and you're trying to backtrack, well, usually when they do a rerun is because they're not planning on releasing these particular looks for their characters again in the foreseeable future, because if they were, they wouldn't do reruns of that. They would just wait for the new one. So if you're after these Jim Lee looks, get them. I reckon we're going to see more X-Men 97 figures.
When does it say they're going to ship those? Does it say
June? Yeah, it says June.
June next year.
Yeah, it's not. You've got them on Pulse, right? Your Gambit went up on Pulse.
Gambit, yes, but Rogue is exclusive to Target, which is another,
What did Gambit say? What did Gambit say? Expected date on US Pulse for Gambit?
I didn't even look for it because I don't need the Gambit. I need Rogue's head. I need head, man. I just need the head.
You need the head.
Gambit,
yeah.
Hasbro Pulse. I can change the location, can't I?
I thought they'd have sold up before now.
Well, I think because they've gone up everywhere, people are like not stressing about it because they're like, oh, they're everywhere.
Suppose, yeah.
But this is how people miss out of them. This is how people miss out of them in the first time round because people think, oh, they'll be available for ages, and then they disappear, and then the price starts creeping up.
I wish they do that for the army builders because then those disappear, but like at least I don't know.
Yeah, you think they do something a bit different with the army builders, don't you? Make them a bit more accessible because they seem to be the hardest figures to get hold of, and you think they'd be.
We still only have one scroll soldier, and he's...
Let me look at Gambit here. All right, so I've gone on US Pulse. I spelled Gambit wrong. Let's look at X-Men. He was on. Oh, there he is. Oh wait, there he is. Where's he gone? I swear I just seen him.
In Demand still having, comics and cocktails still having.
No, I want to see what Pulse is saying. The
so does Star as well.
Yeah. I don't know if to get the Gambit on. I still need him, but
so he's sold out on US Pulse. Surprisingly,
I ordered him.
1st of July, David. 1st of July.
Do you not have him already?
It's a long wait.
Yeah. 1st of July, and he's sold out
for a reissue.
Again, if you want them in the UK, put your pre-orders in. Don't hesitate, right? Because they'll hold their value. They will, even if you change your mind, they will hold their retail price if you want to sell on to the next collector. But if you want them, don't miss out. That's all I'm saying. So I've the only one I do not have right now on card is Rogue. She's on eBay for about 50-60 quid minimum. But I'm going to be patient and just pre-order one and sit back knowing she's on her way. This also went up for pre-order this week, but no one cares. Yeah.
If I pre-order that Rogue on Star Action Figures now, are they charging me?
No.
Now?
No, they charge you when it ships.
Even though I'm like an overseas customer?
Yeah, because they only charge you first straight away if you're paying by PayPal. But if you're paying by a card, they use a Stripe, I think it is. I don't know how it works internationally, but if I pay direct with my card, it only charges my card when it ships.
Okay. All right. I might have to go through the Star Action.
But if you pay via PayPal, it will charge you the whole thing straight away.
Copy.
So if you pay the opposite, if you pay whatever their other option is, I'm not sure how it works internationally, but yeah, all good, all good. All right, let me go to. I've got so many Todd McFarlane bloody images up now. Let's get rid of them. Right, again, we can go any direction we want. I've got a little bit of time. Amanda wants to watch I'm a Celebrity, but I think she said.
Oh, I forgot those on.
We're watching it on the replay anyway. We're watching it a bit delayed. So is there any toy news worthy of bringing up? So we've literally talked about the top two things on Toy Arc because it's this stupid McFarlane set and also the reissues from Marvel Legends. Is there anything else?
I did send you a couple of links for Toy Arc, but you're already on there. So
the
SH figure, right there, the SH figure art, Lord of the Rings. I know Kurt would be happy with these. So these have been solicited, I think.
Have they been shown or actually gone up for pre-order?
I think Aragon goes up in January, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let me guess which one he is. Is he... Here's this one.
I can't... Yes, you're right.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. And then Frodo's... Is he Frodo? Yeah, he's Frodo.
Yeah.
That's Andy Serkis. That's Gollum, right?
Yes.
And that's Legolas. No,
yes.
Wait, it is.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He's a liar. He's seen the film. He knows all these characters' names.
I'm just aware. These are like pop culture zeitgeist characters. Like I'm aware of Lord of the Rings.
Greatest trilogy of all time. They are pretty good though.
Yeah, they look brilliant. I mean, Lord of the Rings is great. I think these are going to be knock the Diamond Select ones out of the water. I think these.
Well, that's why I never delved into that because I wasn't a huge fan of the Diamond Select ones.
They just look amazing, and
I think the old Toy Biz ones are still great.
Are those 1/12 scale?
Yeah, they're 1/12 scale SH figure arts.
I have a massive collection of the Toy Biz ones somewhere in a box. I've got the whole collection.
Yeah, I
With all
started
these
collecting them
ones.
again a couple of years ago. I got a few more.
The
Yeah.
SHF, sorry, also showed off some new Harry Potter figures, which
The dragon.
which is where I found Dan with
Through,
Harry
through
Potter
my
SH
Harry Potter
figure
display
arts. Yeah,
reviews, yeah.
it was above the Lord of the Rings ones, Dan.
Okay. Is it
in
here?
there?
Yeah, in here.
So
Okay.
they've showed off a Voldemort and a Harry from the Triwizard Tournament from the fourth film.
There he is.
I mean, he looks like he's constipated, and I hope he comes with a different head. But
yeah, he will.
They also look good. I mean, I begrudge giving J.K. Rowling any money, but they look good. They will go with the other stuff.
So I actually might get this guy because talking of McFarlane, I did actually buy the McFarlane Voldemort to go with my SH Figure Arts Harry Potter. Let me go to my bigger camera. So this is this is what Jamie's referring to, by the way. Jamie found my channel all those years ago because of my SH Figure Arts Harry Potter reviews. I reviewed each one of these on my channel. I think they all still have probably about 1,000 views, if that, probably less. But I liked them and I wanted to talk about them, so I made a video of each of them as they came out. They came out a few months apart, and yeah, I think they did Snape as well.
I think Snape was the only one they did.
They did
after
tease a
these,
Malfoy at some point, but he never got released. So it's these three and Snape. I never got Snape, but there was a Harry Potter McFarlane line, and they did a Voldemort. So I just brought the random Voldemort so he could stand in my display. So it's mainly soft goods anyway, so you don't really see the crappy body. So it was a fine placeholder. But now this new SH Figure Arts one can be the proper stand-in for the younger kid. My mind's eye of Harry Potter will be the where's the camera gone? Will be the
kid version.
the younger versions.
The
of
little
them,
kids.
Yeah, sure. Because
I'd love them figures. I'd love to get all of them.
I also got really excited that they were going to release the episode 3 Obi-Wan, but it was just they showed it off again. So.
Oh, okay. You're referring. They had a whole separate link for that, didn't they? There it is.
Yes, they literally just showed him off. He's not going up again. So the old man Obi-Wan is, but the other one isn't.
Yeah. So these are cool. All right, John. What about yourself with any of this HS figure art stuff, like Lord of the Rings? You got a bit of Star Wars there, a bit of Harry Potter. Have any of that interest you, John?
No, the only like import figures I do are Hot Toys. You can see why this is a perfect example. The elbow joint in the photo that you just had up. I don't like the way the joints look on the SH Figure Arts, so I've never messed with them.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying for sure. I think
I know for some people who like to do photos, like they want like maximum articulation, but at a certain point, that stuff starts to break up the sculpt too much for me.
Yeah. Some people like live or die by the import stuff, don't they? As well, like
yeah.
I know Brandon had a phase of just getting imports when it come to Star Wars for a while.
The good thing about the Star Wars imports is they scale quite well with Black Series as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Yeah, and if I were going to get something like that, I might end up getting like a droid or something that Hasbro hadn't done. Like, it could happen at some point, but it's just not. I feel the same way about Mayfex. I don't like the joints. I don't mean to break Alexi's heart or anything, but like it's just not my thing.
Yeah, again, there's each to their own for sure.
While we've been on here, I got emails that my classified Iron Grenadiers have been delayed by Amazon. So I'm assuming Lorenz is going to get them for free from Amazon, like what happened when my Iron Grenadier bat got delayed last week.
So it got delayed, but then what happened?
They got moved up to they were supposed to be here tomorrow, and now I just got an email that they were going to be like a week or two later. So, I mean, it's the holiday season, so like their logistics, I'm sure, is all screwed up. They'll get here when they get here.
That whole wave, so all the Iron Grenadier stuff got delayed for us in the UK until like middle of December as well. So there are obviously delays. I think Emily even said that, didn't she, about Joe's? Like there are genuine delays. I think
they said there was going to be a production shift next year. They didn't get into the specifics. I don't know if they're looking at changing where these are made. I don't know if they're trying to like prioritize something else because they're expecting like a movie to be big. I don't know what they have going on. But the Xandar wave got pushed back to like October of next year.
It's crazy. My assumption is because Hasbro own Joe's, they can move that around in the factories more without pissing people
Sure.
off. That's my only assumption, is that because they own it, they can delay it and not piss anyone off because it's their own property. Where if they start moving other stuff, schedules around, you're going to have to get approvals or at least communicate that across the licensees and stuff. So I reckon Joe's is just, they can just move it around without pissing anyone off. That's just an assumption. I have no idea.
It could also be that pre-production on the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie is ramping up, and they have to shift some resources over to that stuff. I would be just fine if that didn't happen at all, but like when it does, they're going to make toys for it, and that's going to mean a few fewer like classified figures.
Yeah, Kevin in the chat says, I'm okay with delays this time of year, and I'm sure he is not the only one. Yeah, I don't mind. Do you know what annoys me? It's just the lack of communication. Delays are fine. Like NECA is the prime example where I'm not in a rush to get this stuff, but tell me if it's delayed rather than just making me think I've lost it or something's wrong. So at least we're told there's delays and something like that.
I'm fed up of getting emails telling me that the Secret Wars wave is coming in and it's not. And it's delayed, and then it's this, and it's like, what's going on?
Craig's referring to in the UK, Paul's have been sending us emails basically every day with a different character from the Secret Wars wave saying it's been delayed. And one of them said it had been delayed until the 12th of November. And it was the 12th of November when they sent that. So it was a clear mistake. So yeah, they're just idiots. The Pulse when they changed their layout have messed it all up, and I don't like it. Go on, Jamie.
Just to quickly correct something I said about the figure arts, Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah. The
Gollum and Frodo 2-pack goes up on the 18th for pre-order. Aragon goes up in November at some point as well. So not June or January, whenever I said.
Okay, cool. So if you want them, they exist and they're going to be made available. Cool. There you go. They look good for what they are. Just not for me, but they look great. I knew who they were. You all witnessed it.
You named all four of them correctly.
Thank you. See, thank you.
You did, yeah.
Told you, I've watched the first 10 minutes.
Jamie's giving him a list of names and he's giving descriptions, so he knows.
How do you know?
I've only seen up to. I told you, I've only seen when they were in the little villagey.
Give him a little PowerPoint briefing before he was like, right, Dan, I'm going to show these pictures of Lord of the Rings. You need to know who these
when did the
people
first
are.
Lord of the Rings come out?
2001.
Yeah, so it's like 20 years of just characters being in pop culture. Like I'm aware of them. That's all. But in that 20 years, I've just been busy. I haven't been able to see the films. That's all it is. I've been busy man.
When did they go up for pre-order? Sorry, Joe. My internet's being really weird. You cut out for me.
The Frodo and Gollum is a 2-pack, goes up on the 18th, and Aragon is some other time in November. So
they're both November. Oh,
yeah,
cool. Thank you.
They're pre-orders though. They're SH Figure Arts, so it's not like they're timed exclusive. You'll be able to get these when you want them when they get released. You'll be fine.
I don't know if I'm definitely going to get them or not, but
the pricing's pretty good as well. I mean, Frodo and Gollum, it says on there it's like $67 for the pair.
That's not bad.
Gollum's an
That's good
accessory.
for one.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, he is, but it's still technically a 2-pack. I mean, it's like Howard the Duck and Ant-Man.
You can't call Gollum it.
Look, there is literally 1 point of articulation in that arm, or in both those arms.
Oh, he doesn't articulate.
Look, just the shoulders.
Yeah.
The knee.
No,
Look, I told you, he's an accessory. His arms have one, so he's got 2 points of articulation. He lifts his arms up.
I think he's got a head.
Hang on, they're figure arts.
Ball joint.
Yeah, they're figure arts, yeah.
Okay, 3 points of articulation.
Why have they done Gollum like that?
He doesn't need to.
But he might get his own release later on.
He's like a little flexible. I can't understand why they've done that.
It is because of the game reception that they did.
Yeah, but that's not Gollum's fault.
Is there any other toy news anyone can think of worthy of discussion in the world of anything?
You go first, mate.
No, I was just going to say they're going to do Transformers Devastation figures, so they've revealed a deluxe Optimus. So that's probably like
you're gonna have to start at the beginning, right? Because you say this like we know what the fuck you're talking about, right? What is Transformers Devastation? What are you? You need to break it down for the people.
Yeah, I'll break it down. Don't worry. So Transformers Devastation was a video game on PlayStation, I think.
Okay.
And it was like art style, like G1 but shaded.
Okay.
And it was a great game. And for some reason, Studio Series because they've been doing Gamerverse figures
Yeah.
of like previous games. They're doing Devastation now, so they
this is
just
Hasbro?
revealed that they're doing. Yeah, this is Hasbro.
Okay.
So they're doing a whole new like Gamerverse for this game. So they've revealed a Optimus, but since they've already done a Commander class, which is the bigger scale like Optimus for Studio Series, the movie, they're doing a deluxe. So I think this is all because of the 40th anniversary of Transformers, but it feels like we're getting Optimus in each scale size. So now we've got a deluxe Optimus. I think I sent a link, and he's got cell shading, but not a lot. So he won't come with the trailer, I think. So it's just him, and it's like probably the cheapest Optimus you can get.
Where did you link me?
On Insta.
Okay.
The chat are talking about something interesting as well after.
I love how the chat just ignoring us and just having their own conversation. It's that time of the night, isn't it? I don't blame them.
It's something very exciting for us fans, though. So it's...
Okay, so this is what Z-Man's referring to, an Optimus.
Yeah.
It's basically an Optimus with cell shading on, essentially, based off the game.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Optimus to me.
Yeah.
My nephew would know who that is. Yeah, for sure. There you go. There you go. That's what he's on about. What are they chatting about then?
So there's a company called Toy Battalion doing third-party Power Rangers movie figures.
They look brilliant.
1/12 scale.
What, from the movie from a couple of years ago?
1/12 scale, yeah.
They've done the movie Ninjetti and
Dale,
the
what
movie...
year were you born?
94. I had to think about that.
So
94.
You were born... When was the Power Rangers movie? 95?
91.
Oh, the old movie.
When was the original Power Rangers movie?
I think it was 95.
I don't know. My best mate was always into Power Rangers. I never was.
95 it was.
I
Was it?
should have just trusted my instinct. I literally said he was one. There you
Push
go.
your grip down.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he was one. That's why I was just tested. I was just seeing where Dale was in that age. Yeah, he was one.
We were born the same year though, and like I love that movie.
But you had brothers though, right? That would have
That's
watched
true,
it. And it would
yeah.
have been on in your house and stuff like that.
I don't know why I never
that's
liked
true.
Power Rangers. It just went over my head. Like I said, my best friend, to this day, he still watches it. He loves it.
Are there any pictures of these Power Rangers that can be shown to the people?
I found Reddit.
Yeah, just type in Toy Battalion.
Yeah,
Power
I
Rangers.
don't know how to spell battalion, people. This is why I need links and I need to copy and paste and stuff.
Battle Lion.
Like
BATT.
Okay, hang on. Right. BATT, yeah.
ALION.
ALION. Battle Battalion Power Rangers. Just search that, yeah, and then I'll find something.
Yeah, and put moot. Yeah, and they should come up, and they've got the.
Okay.
They look incredible.
They look really good, but I can't seem to find any for any in the UK at the minute.
They have them on AliExpress.
I found this site. I'll show it on screen. Hobby Galaxy Toys Battalion.
That's what I'm on now.
And it's
an
got
American site.
different ranges in. David, have you seen any of these? Yeah.
No, this is news to me. But they look great.
I'll send
There
you
you go.
the link.
Toys
to
Battalion
AliExpress
Power
now.
Rangers 1/12 scale.
Cheers, Jamie. I want the White Ranger. 'cause
Right,
he was
there
my
you go. Right,
favourite.
Toys Battalion Power Ranger 1/12 scale action figures set, $399.99, and this is what they are. Let's have a look.
They're all in. They've got that armor looks as well, and I think they've got the Ninjetti coins.
Yeah, right. They're on screen. They're on screen, so people can see. They're on screen. I'm going through the images.
Is it say Power Squad on there?
Yes, it does.
Oh snap!
But they come with the weapons from the movie as well. So the Pink Ranger comes with like a little whip thing that she had, and the Blue Ranger comes with his little taser thing that he had. So
Just
they do
everything
look really
Lightning
good.
Collection should have done if they could.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, but
basically.
the thing is, they were focusing too much on re-release of the same design, but cell shaded.
Look, if you want to hear a conversation about Power Rangers and the Power Ranger toy line, David, where should they go?
Oh, it's on the Justin Collects channel on YouTube. The weekly show, Collecting Justified. It airs at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday night, consistently. We just talked about this last week, and we just talked about Power Rangers last week and everything that went wrong with that toy line. But I wish I knew about this. I don't know about $400 for a set of 6, though. What does that cost out to?
They're 160 each, I think, or 65 each.
Look, there you go. Just in last week with David, Kenny, and Alexi, did a whole stream. Collecting Justified 13, the downfall of Power Rangers. So you'd know that was a stream about Power Rangers if he had started off his title with Power Rangers, the downfall of Power Rangers / but instead he leads it with Collecting Justified, because everybody on YouTube is searching for Collecting Justified. Switch around your titles, Justin. Come on, 101, YouTube 101. But yes, you if you dig through the mess, you can find it is Power Rangers themed. But Power Rangers episode 13, Power Ranger themed stream.
Dan started off so good. He was like, "Oh, plug his channel, David," and then he was like,
"Look, I'm trying to help the
just
guy."
slag him off for the second
half. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Did you notice yourself in the thumbnil, Dan?
Yeah, as Rita Repulsa for sure. But, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't mind
Yeah.
that. I don't mind that.
Rich's Zordon, of course.
People put me in their thumbnails to get views. I get it. I understand. The strong collectors do it as well. Look, I get it. Whatever. This face obviously has views on YouTube. Not many, but maybe someone will. Maybe I'll click it out of curiosity. Like, why is my face there? And you get at least one view, through me. So, yeah.
Hashtag Justified.
Yeah.
Yes. OG Z-Man, Justified.
The order of the text has no bearing on the search algorithm you slag. Look, it looks better. It looks better. For sure. Like, I don't think that's a true statement anyway, first and foremost. I do think the order of the wording in a title does make a difference. And I also think... Go on. Do you know anything, John?
It absolutely makes a difference in whether or not someone clicks or taps on the video to watch it once they see it there. It absolutely makes a difference there.
This is my point.
I do this for a living. Trust me.
Yeah, this is the point I'm trying to make. Like, as an audience member, just think we're fans first and foremost that just happen to try and stumble through YouTube. As a person just searching YouTube, what am I more likely to click if I'm looking for a Power Rangers video? A video that starts with Power Rangers, the lifetime toy story or whatever they called it, or Justin Collects part 13 of 3 of whatever. Do you know, like, what? But I'm not going to click that if I'm looking for Power Rangers. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to present it a little bit different. That's all. Look, Jay's backing me up. Jay says they claim that, Justin, but it definitely does. Just try it. Just try it. Try it.
You slag.
You slag.
Look, we don't mind that. I can take that.
How much was the set again?
£400.
$400. Yeah.
I mean, for just $100 more, you could get 2 McFarlane TV show sets. Why would you get this?
It's very true.
You can get a dragon for that.
Yeah. I think I've just found them on Ali, and they're like 114.
They're the 1/6 ones,
Ranger.
Craig.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you go and I think is it Andrew in the chat, David. Virtual Dave. And his name's Andrew. Confused the hell out of me. But Virtual Dave on Instagram, I think he's been buying them and he's been posting them. So look on his Instagram, and you should be able to see some of these in the 1/6 scale. I was thinking about getting the Black Ranger in 1/6 scale for it, but no UK store really had them up, so I didn't really trust it. But
these are due Q2s next year as well. So
haven't you already got a big Black Ranger?
I've got the
3-0.
Yeah, I remember you showing.
I'm gonna get the gold Zeo as well when it comes out.
The gold Zeo looks really good.
What's that? What was that blue one? What's that one from? Was that from the '95 movie?
Yeah, you're too young, my friend. These have no nostalgia.
I'll have seen it at my mate's. I recognise all the different.
I remember going to the cinema with a popcorn. I remember walking down the cinema aisle, so excited to see this film. Like, Power Rangers was such a big deal to as a kid.
Where's the Green Ranger?
There was no Green Ranger then. The Green Ranger was
That's
history.
the White Ranger.
It was the White Ranger.
I was going to
White
say
Ranger.
Yeah.
Is it me or do they look a little bit lanky?
They do, because I think, yeah.
I think it's because they're bigger. They look.
Yeah.
Look, I'll put the link in the
But
chat if anyone wants to have.
They
a
do
look
look great close up.
There you go.
They've got all the armor pieces. We've got all the shoes. Have got the colours in them, in the white shoes and everything. So they're screen accurate.
To me, when you guys said Power Rangers movie, I thought of Turbo, that movie. That's how young I am.
Less said about that movie, the better.
I have got a soft spot for that movie because it's still nostalgic to me. I used to watch that.
OG Red and OG Pink. That's fun.
Yeah.
And it has Rocky, attempt to kick and then absolutely fail.
And it's got that little troll guy that's definitely not an Ewok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he's in
I
it.
thought it was the guy from Masters of the Universe when I first watched the film.
Oh, the
guy with the keys.
Oh, the movie, yeah.
Any other toy news, people, before we lose the crowd here? We might have already lost them. Like, just warning you.
I'm sorry, we're not as interesting. We haven't got.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it? No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just it's the this group is just talking over each other constantly. As a viewer, that must be painful to watch. The viewers probably sat there going, "I can't hear what people are saying." That's why I do the go round the board, because otherwise, this is what happens. It's just a bit sloppy. That's all. So yeah, we're having good discussions, but no one can hear us. So yeah, let's just take our time. Everyone take a breath. Everyone take a breath. Is there any other toy news that someone would like to discuss? Now everyone's scared to talk. I'll go to Craig. Craig.
Nah, you're all right.
Okay. Zima.
Oh, nothing for me.
Okay, Jamie.
I already spoke.
Okay, now everyone's scared to speak. I do apologise. I just Dale.
Those loose collector wolves have finally come out.
Okay.
Mine shipped from America. They were supposed to come up back in May or March.
Will I find these on Big Bad maybe?
Yeah, that's where I find mine from.
Toy store.
But yeah, they were delayed for a while. They're a little bit Mythic Legions adjacent.
And these are loose collector, right?
Yeah. I originally ordered all 4 of them, but when I saw the invoice, I cancelled it and just ordered one.
So which one did you go for?
The white one.
Let's have a look.
But the black one's really cool as well. I like that.
Okay. Is it called the Wolf?
They're called the Great Wolves, I think.
You tell me if I'm on the right one.
You will be if it's loose collector. Yes, that's the one I've got.
Very nice. So you
like
said
I said,
this is coming now, shipping now, you said?
Yeah, it ships maybe like 4 days ago. They were supposed to come out like months and months ago, but there was apparently some sort of factory issue, so they delayed it, which is fair enough. I ordered all 4 of them, but like I said, it came to like 600 quid nearly with shipping, and I thought, nah, it's the same figure 4 times. I'll just get one of them.
Yeah, no, I can get that for sure. It looks impressive. Loose Collector is very good at what he does, so I have no doubts this will be very impressive in hand for sure.
I might go back for the black one at some point, but I don't need all of them.
Yeah, that looks good. In the chat, 16 Shooter is asking the question about the dragon. So let's just go around the board real quick and just get your thoughts on the dragon. Again, whether you're into Mythic Legions or not, doesn't matter. You can still comment on this massive 1/12 scale dragon, all right? So, Craig, any thoughts on the dragon?
It's a masterpiece. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing, but yeah, you wouldn't see it in my collection. Like I say, I've just barely put the helicopter on the top shelf. So, and plus, I'm gonna live through Jay, because Jay's normally the mad one that goes in.
We will pay a mission and go and visit Jay. That's what we can do. Yeah, for sure. Z-Man?
It looks amazing, but I think just because of space, I wouldn't get it. But if space wasn't an issue, I'd probably get it.
Jamie?
Like Craig and Z-Man says, space and money wasn't an issue. I would get it because it would be great for like a Daenerys to ride it or something.
It would. Again, it's a 1/12 scale dragon. So any collection that needs a dragon, it would work. It would, like, what was it? Kurt was talking about it working with Lord of the Rings as well. And those, imagine this posed up with those SH figure arts. I'm sure that would look great.
That would be an epic.
Yeah. So Skyrim.
Yeah. Dale, so you said that you're in on this no matter what, right?
Yeah, I won't get any other toys next year if it means I can get that. I need that dragon. Like I said, my Instagram name's Dr. Draconic. I've got a Charizard behind me. I love dragons. I need that. And I like Mythic Legions too, so...
Where would you put it?
It's probably... I don't know. It'll probably sleep in my bed with me, to be honest.
That doesn't look comfortable.
I absolutely love it.
Doesn't look comfortable.
Apparently there's going to be like 5 of them altogether. I don't think it's confirmed that they're definitely going to be 5 dragons, but like I think everyone said in the last group, like it probably is going to be 1 dragon a year. I think I can manage that. So if it is, I do want all of them.
So by 2030, you'll have 5 of these dragons in your bed with you.
I hope so.
Okay.
I'd love that.
Oh.
And if they are going to go down like the D&D route with the classic red, blue, green, white, and black, that's perfect.
What would have been your preferred colour for the dragon?
Green or red are the most classic dragon colours. Black's pretty cool. If you're going D&D, white's probably the least desirable one, but like I'd love them all.
Cool. Well, you got a nice green one with a bit of red tintage. You're good.
Yeah.
David, your thoughts on this dragon?
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm terrified of what it might cost. I don't have space for that, but it really looks like an epic piece to center in any collection, and that's all I have to say. Sorry, Daddy.
I don't know how I felt about that. John?
No, I'm like you, Dan. I'm not really into the fantasy genre.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. The only dragon I've ever had in bed with me was a bad dragon, so I don't know.
So you've never lived.
Been with a few dragons. Yeah. Yeah, no. Me and John are similar in that regard, where it's just never. That's why I don't gravitate to Lord of the Rings. I'm not disputing it's great and all of that. I'm just for me, just not my taste. That's all. I was watching Aliens and Predator and stuff like that. I wasn't not really a Lord of the Rings guy. I did try. It's just me and the missus just didn't care for it. Okay, in regards to other toy news, there's not much out, people. We've had a little ramble about stuff here and there, but otherwise, nothing crazy stuck out to us. Go on.
Just to let you know, Dan,
Yeah.
the Super 7 Power Rangers, the boxes, are available on whole shebang, all 5 of them.
Oh, yeah. Whole shebang's import stuff in, so
They're
the
coming.
whole shebang do usually import a lot.
I know you was looking for them as well as me.
I think I'm good now. Do you know, because I was getting them as a representation of the old ones, but now because I picked up an actual original one at Toy Fair, like there he is, I don't think I need it anymore because I have the original. I was only buying that to represent the original toy, but now I brought the original toy. So there you go. I need a place to put him, but he's there.
What slime are you using there, Dan?
It's a custom one that was made online. I do apologise, but it was a custom one. They had a website. They make the ghosts. They make all the ones. They do. I'll send you the link, Jamie. There's a website that make like all the different ghosts to scale with your different toys. So that's where my Slimer comes from now. He scales with my thing, but yeah. And look, my raid still. Can you hear him? Oh, you just can't hear him. Can you hear that? Did you hear that a little bit?
No, nothing.
I don't want to move my mic. Raid still works anyway, if anyone knows who Raid is. Right, let's race some ducks. Speaking of aliens, any news about them Kenner-inspired aliens? We need more. I need NECA Kenner Killer Crab Alien. No more information from Mondo on those aliens yet. I'm also intrigued as...
Mondo doing them?
They're doing Kenner alien-inspired 2-packs of an alien and a marine, but we don't really know the scale, we don't really know the articulation, we don't really know much apart from they're doing it. So yeah, they announced
it's like Mondo doing Batman Beyond.
They announced that the first one is Hudson and the Mantis alien 2-pack, but we don't know what scale it is. We don't know anything.
Nice.
So I'm hoping it's similar to the real Ghostbusters, where you get a 1/12 scale marine and then an alien to pair with him, but we don't know. Mondo could be vinyl. Who knows?
Isn't the gargoyle supposed to be that sort of scale as well?
I have no idea. I don't think they've announced scales. They never really said. They just announced certain licenses. They announced certain stuff that they're planning, but they never really give details. So until they say it, we don't really know. Dan has no response to being called Finster, says Kev. I don't know what he means by that. Okay.
What does he mean by that?
I don't have a clue what he means. Kev, do you want to explain? You explain yourself?
Mm.
Not a clue, but I do see a few duck emojis.
Isn't Finster?
Yeah, he's the Power Ranger Finster. Yeah, I know who Finster is, but no one's called me Finster, right? So, not a clue. Look, people just want us to wrap up this show now. They've realised it's gone off the rails. They're like, please just race some ducks so you can go, because I get it. Right, let's race some ducks. Right, channel members only. Let's race some ducks. Let me go to the duck race. If you are a channel member, you are already in on this duck race. Now, last week, I don't think anything crazy happened to change the leaderboard. Who won last week? Last week, Madison won, didn't she? Madison came out of nowhere and won.
Yes.
So the leaderboard has not been affected. So let's just race some ducks today. Edit names. Put these in here. Right. Is that everybody? Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Right, let me just... Where's Craig's name? Let me delete Craig. Craig.
Just no reaction from me there at all, Dan.
Purposely spell his name wrong and just throw in a couple of emojis just to piss them off. Just a few different characters.
Dollar sign.
Yeah, just random. Honestly, he thinks I do that shit on purpose. It's crazy. Right, okay, we're racing some ducks. let's get out. Let's race some ducks and get out of here quick. I'm still. I called into Streamlabs. I'm still not live on YouTube. This whole show has been for my own amusement, apparently. Right, let's shuffle these board 3 times. Right, basically, we're racing ducks to the end of the year. The last Legend of NECA of the year should be because the end of the year is like middle of the month, isn't it? So 29th of December should be the last Legend of NECA, and I think I should be able to do it on the 29th as well. So that is when we will crown a new Duck Race champion. But until then, you are still racing for points. So we've shuffled 3 times. I'll go full screen. Let's go full screen. There we go. Right, full screen. Good luck to everybody. You're racing for points on the board. Let's go. Let's go. It's been one of those days, people. It's been one of those days. I'm just waiting for the week to be over with. Right, Octane 3K. Nice early lead with Jay-Z Shaw at the bottom. He has got Compulsive Collector behind him, and D. Blake makes Pixels and Plastics about it as well. I am the Strawberry Duck in the middle of the park. Watch out for him. Up top, we've got Jelly Figs. Who else we got? We got Mikey Moonboots. I can see David Mitchell. I can see who's down there. I can see your boys got toys right at the back at the bottom there. Johnny T. Blaze in the middle of the park. Dartham Primus is in the middle, taking an early lead with St. James behind him. Shout out Darth Primus. Hedgehog Action. Jonathan was in the chat earlier. I think he gave me a little super chat as well. Thank you to Jonathan. He is dropped back with the pink duck. Tony now is taking the lead. But Johnny T. Blaze is holding strong. Kevin Beatty down there at the bottom. Jamie Gitchard, there he is, right at the bottom as well. Nice clear path for you, Jamie. You've got Colin above you. We've got Mike Hex behind you as the purple duck catching up. But Dominique Smith is also about it in the middle of the park. So Super Turk 5000. 1-6 shooter Trevor is also about it. Jim Ruby is there. So we got Jim Ruby, 1-6 shooter, Madison Kingswood, Super Turk 5000, Michael Davis, Eric Fox, Pixels and Plastic, Mike Hex. The Blatchula, aka Lorenz, is like the turkey duck down there at the bottom, racing with Jamie and Damien. Damien and Jamie going head to head down there at the bottom with Keith T in the middle of the park. We've got Nathan Z as well. Gabrielle in the middle. Collecting Rushes came out of nowhere. We've got Tebby Bong, I always say his name wrong. Shout out to you, my friend. Who has Figure Cave Collectibles dressed as an old lady, trying to win the race. That's Adam Batman in disguise. We got Chris racing to the top. 8 seconds left now. Anyone can change. Who is going to sprint to the front? It seems like Flamingo Sauce is going to take it. Has he won recently? Maybe. But he gets 10 points on the board today. Congratulations to Flamingo Sauce.
I think I might have come second.
Oh, I wasn't watching. I wasn't paying attention. Let's have a look. Right. There we go. There's your photo finish. So, Tariq.
What a gentleman.
It seems like Tariq is got second place. Tariq and Jamie Gitchard third place. That's a nice solid 8 points for you, Jamie. You needed that at this stage of the race.
I think that changes a few things as well.
Let me find it right. Let me have a little look. See what's
Could
going
change
on.
everything.
Could change everything. This is important stuff. All right, let's go to my Duck Race leaderboard rankings. Let's get these on the screen. Let's hide that. Can I get it on the screen? I should be able to. Let me go. Hang on. Let me just get rid of you guys for a second. I'll figure this out. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry. All right, let's cuss that. Let's
Not your first rodeo.
There it is. There we go. Right, there it is. Right, let me scroll up a little bit. Right, so I haven't added last week's score on, but no one... Blatchula... hang on, that needs to be moved down a bit. There we go. Right, Blatchula. So Lorenz is at the top. Lorenz is currently the lead. I don't even know if Lorenz is aware, but he's currently the leader of the Duck Race, with everybody's favourite Christopher Allen just behind him. Now, last week's points have yet to be added on, but nothing really got affected last week. But Jamie has got 8 points today, Jamie.
Helps me with Christopher Allen and Little Leaf.
So that will take you up top. You gotta be happy with that, Jamie.
I am very happy with that.
As we approach the end of the year, a couple more races now, a couple more weeks, and you can get yourself about it to take your crown back as the champion.
And the only 2-time champion.
Yeah, first time, only time, maybe, who knows. But there you go, Jamie Goodchard, 3rd place today. That's enough points to take him up to be a contender. He has now jumped past Jay's Toy Collection UK and Dominique Smith, who were holding strong for a little bit. But up top is still... Blatchula, yes, sorry about that. Blatchula, Christopher Allen, Little Leaf Creations, who is now Space on the Shelf in the chat, because Pete has changed his Instagram, YouTube name, I think. But Little Leaf Creations is Space on the Shelf now. So there we go. That is your interesting thing. Let's have a little look at who else placed. We haven't really looked past.
I saw my duck for once.
See, I told you I don't
Didn't
get really
do much.
Right,
Didn't do much there.
Dan Hayden in 4th place. 5th place is I Am TJ Williams. 6th place is Gary. 7th place is Robert Thompson from the first group. Cloud Foxwell from the first group also got 8th place. Damien Ristori, 9th place. And in 10th place, we got Chris CV. I can't say that, but you know who it is. Chris. Shout out, Chris. Right, copy that. Let me copy that. I'll save that. That will get logged into the leaderboard. I've already had Jamie's points, so I can't forget I've done that now. All right, good stuff. Last place was Steve D. Temesmo. I can't even read that either. I'm just like, I need to go, people. Or I can't read it.
You might not be able to end this stream.
Do you know what? Honestly, right, look, the button I press to end streams, right? I'll show you. He's right there. See that button that says go live? That's usually the button I press to end the stream. So
there might be a flaw in this plan.
What stream?
So yeah, I genuinely don't know how to end this stream.
Just gonna leave it rolling.
Just turn my computer off, maybe. Don't know.
Is there a way to end it on YouTube?
I'll have a little look in a minute. But before I do try and force end quit to the stream, let's go around the board real quick. I do appreciate you bearing with the Legions lot. You know what they're like. They're just yabba yabba yabba. But we love them all the same anyway. Craig.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Craig's.nostalgic.collections. Don't forget the dots, people.
There you go.
You can find me here with these bunch of misfits whenever they want to show up. Yeah, that's it.
Good stuff. Z-Man?
Find me on Instagram, agent_Z-Man. Just always lurking.
Jamie?
At JMG Toys on Instagram. I'm right here every fortnight trying to win my crown back.
You made one step closer today, my friend. One step closer. Dale?
Instagram, Dr. Draconic.
Good stuff. Phil Jones says, take the plug out. Is he talking to you, David?
You can find me on Instagram or here every 2 weeks if I'm available and if they'll have me. David_Evan_Smith. And also on Just Justin Collects, Collecting Justified.
Quick, pull the plug.
Yeah. If you want to know what his show's about, read about 3 sentences into the title and you'll find it.
Hashtag justified.
What was yesterday's about? Yesterday was Collecting Justified episode 14. Expensive toys in empty wallets. And they have the McFarlane logo picture as well. Oh, there's Justin. Oh, that's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Just a wave of the hand.
It's all you get. It's all you get. A little glimpse. Little glimpse. Little glimpse.
Little cheese.
And last but not least, John, Compulsive Collector.
Yeah, Compulsive Collector, Instagram, TikTok, compulsive.collector here on YouTube, and at compulsivecollector.com on Blue Sky.
It's Blue Sky. So Blue Sky is like the alternative to Twitter, right?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen a lot.
Yeah, and I actually went there for like comic people, but there's a lot of action figure people who I already knew on there already. So yeah, I'm liking it so far.
I've seen a lot of people sort of take they want to move away from Twitter and Instagram for Twitter, for their own reasons, and Blue Sky seems to be like a friendly alternative. So yes, I may check it out myself. All right.
And I'll be in the chat at least for a few minutes every Saturday night at 8:45 p.m. on some channel. I don't remember the name of it.
This one, look, there he is.
That's the one. That's the one.
There he is. Oh, no more of them. Just a little bit more. That's all we get. And just that's all. All right, cool. Well, we tried to help him out today. We're giving him some suggestions of his name, but no, fine. And now, if he does change his name, if he does change his titles around, we know it's going to be due to peer pressure and just pandering to the audience. So you just keep them how they are now, Justin. There's no point changing them anymore. Keep them as they are.
Yeah, he's now unique.
Yes, it's now Justin's thing. That's fine. There's no right or wrong way to do things. Right, so now's the awkward bit where I'm like, what do I press? How do I end?
Let's see what happens.
Yes, right. I've got an end screen, so I'm going to do my end screen like normal. All right, I'll do a little dance. I'll be like, there we go. Right, click that or click that, and I'm going to try and click the end button. All right, I've got 14 seconds. All right, let's try and figure this out. Shout out to everyone in the chat who bared with us today. I appreciate you guys as always. You know I do. But now I need to find a way to end this stream. I think I found a button. Bye-bye. Okay, I think I ended it. Can someone confirm?